Right, we are live. Welcome everyone to this live stream of the Western Force versus the Chiefs, the third match of the night for Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. We just saw a very interesting matchup between the Rebels and the Blues. Of course, now the Blues are going to be sitting top of the New Zealand, or not just the New Zealand, the whole conference, because of the fact that they have got a points differential of 47. You heard that correctly, but we are just waiting for this match to be kicking off in the Western Force. It is at, I believe it was, I've forgotten where it is played, but it is in Perth. I've forgotten the name of the stadium, which is pretty rough, but at the moment they are showing the Chiefs lineup looking pretty strong. I was pretty rushed to get this live stream underway. As you can see, changed into the Chiefs kit as well. Very excited to see how this one is going to be going, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am as well. But yeah, nonetheless, we are just waiting for kickoff to get underway. The teams are still in the changing rooms, so luckily we've still got a little bit more time, but the big change in the Chiefs lineup is going to be Damian McKenzie. He is going to be starting in that number 10 jersey, and it will be interesting to see what he can do there. And it will be Chase Tiatia who moves into that fullback role. But yeah, it's going to be a good match to watch. I feel like this is one of those matches that not too many people may be watching because it is on at midnight New Zealand time, but should be a very good one between these two sides. Looking at their forward pack for the Western Force, one man that stands out for me is Jeremy Thrush. He had a very good Super Rugby AU, but when you look at the back line as well, you got to look at the fact that Rob Carney is back in the number 15 jersey. Also, Richard Kahui is going to be on that wing against his old side, the Chiefs, as well. How was that hit by Korombete or Korombete? Yeah, it was a very good hit on Nepo Lulali. Huge hit. In fact, Lulala rubbed his head, asking him to check the scoreboard as well. And Chiefs got this, says Harry Hone. And yeah, it's going to be a good matchup between these two sides, and I am looking forward to it. See the Chiefs running out now away from home. Of course, the Western Force may have a little bit of an advantage, you could say, because of the fact that these guys from New Zealand won't be used to playing rugby at 12 at night. So it could be playing a little bit of a factor, but Damian McKenzie, a very good Super Rugby Aotearoa, leading the points in terms of the 111 that he was able to get. But the Western Force, they've got some very good players, showed a lot of guts and determination as well. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm just making sure that the live stream is going to be running smoothly, because the last thing I want is any technical difficulties throughout this one. And I know that sometimes when I do back-to-back live streams, it can cause a few technical issues, but the Western Force are about to be making their way out onto the field at HBF Park. That is the name. I couldn't remember what it was called, but now they are showing Jeremy Thrush out there as well. I feel like he's going to be a big problem for the fullback of the Chiefs, but they've got Peter Gusto, Liam Messam on the bench as well. Bro, I was looking at the channel since you ended the last one as well, says James Gordon. Yeah, I was pretty panicked to get this one up, I'll be honest, just because of the fact that for this one, I actually had to make the thumbnail in between starting or finishing the last one and starting this one, and the stream didn't pop up. And I think that is one other thing, because of the fact that there's so many games back to back, the live streams on YouTube kind of get themselves a little bit confused. I think that may have been the case in that situation. Yeah, nonetheless, hopefully we have got a good game of rugby on our hands here between the Western Force and the Chiefs. Right, that is looking like it's all running smoothly, so we're ready to go. Why Bowden Barrett not coming back? I think he is coming back at some stage. He will be at the Blues in a couple years' time, I think. But at this stage, I think he wants that All Blacks number 10 jersey. But a number 10 in this match is going to be Damian McKenzie. Will be interesting to see how he will go. But the countdown has started, so this match is about to get underway. I'm wearing the lucky Chiefs kit as well, sent to me by one of you guys. Very appreciative of that. But Damian McKenzie kicking off this one now for the Chiefs, getting underway at HBF Park. Has gone long and high, and it's going to be lined up very nicely there by, in the end, it was Stander who was able to get it. I'm going to have to look down at the names just a couple times at the start of this one, purely because of how much rugby we've had over the last 24 hours. But now it is going to be Kubeli. Flies back into the hands of Carney, back in the number 15 jersey after the injury that he did have. Damian McKenzie taking it nicely, though, and he is going to be charging forward now. He has been tackled very nicely by Kyle Godwin there in the number 13 jersey. Brad Weber goes to the short side. Peter Gusto is running hard at the line, as he always does. Now it is going to be Weber on the 40-metre line. 40 out from the Western Force line, I should say. Brad Weber now goes to Damian McKenzie. Flat ball into the hands of Chase Tiatia, starting at fullback. In this one, they have been told to release. And that is what they have done there. Straight over the ball. Sky 2. He's not allowed to do that, though. And now Brad Weber, once again, has got this ball in hand. Now, something we didn't see too often in the other game, there was a flat pass from Damian McKenzie to Peter Gusto. Was more than 5 phases put together. I think there were only about 2 or 3 10-phase plays throughout the last match. Straight over the ball there. Now it's going to be an advantage to the Chiefs. Peter Gusto-Akula running hard at the line once again. Now it's going to be Brad Weber. Sells the dummy, goes to Leonard Brown. Quick hands to Damian McKenzie now, who offloads it into the hands now. Oh, it's a big sell from Josh Lord. And now Tupovai running up the middle. What a step that is. Fence Goldwyn in the face. And Weber has been tackled only 5 metres out from the line. Now it's going to be around the side of the ruck. For it is the man in the number 1 jersey, Aidan Ross. Now goes to Damian McKenzie. Fires back to Leonard Brown. Wide ball. Stolen, though, by Richard Kahui. And that shuts down the attack. Now it has been offloaded to keep the ball in play for the Western Force. And they have got this one straight back. I will read the chat in a very short moment as well. Now it's going to be Kaitu, who has been tackled by Angus Tarval. And it's a penalty to the Western Force now for the players of the Chiefs being offside. And we have also got Geordie is leaving the Hurricanes next year. Where is he going? Face Note Gaming, do let me know. And Bowden Barrett takes too much money's in NZ. They should spend it on blokes who are better, like my good pal or Owen Farrell from Mako Vunipola as well. That one has been kicked into touch there by the Western Force. That was a great run from Josh Lord as well. Then Tupovai, dangerous ball carrier, holding it on one hand. Big step on Rob Carney. Fence Goldwyn in the face. But then from there, offloading to Weber. And they weren't quite able to get over the line, then stolen with the intercept from Richard Kahui. We have also got in there, I'm a peeping Tom and my neighbour's wife getting undressed. Is that you, Johnny Blaze? Because of the fact that is something that Johnny Blaze has said many times. Did the wind blow away Richard Kahui? Yeah, as well. That is a Johnny Blaze statement. I think he's going to the Blues, says Face Note Gaming. We have got, I'll check on Vip. I'll come back on Dead Plays as well. Said it was Mike Jones, so no worries there. But now there is going to be a little bit of talk for the Western Force and also the Chiefs. So perhaps trying to discuss tactics here are the Western Force, trying to work out how they can break down that defence. The referee has said, time on. Let's get on with this match. Is Bowden Barrett going to play for the ABs this year? Not sure. We will have to wait and see whether or not he will get selected. And I think he may be coming off the bench if he does. I think there were rumours circulating perhaps for Jeremy Thrush. They are showing he is a dangerous man when he's got ball in hand. He will be wanting to carry it all the way to the try line here. But Kaitu on the halfway line is going to be firing in this line out. Where are they going? They are going to Jeremy Thrush. Has taken that one very nicely. Like they said, he has stolen the most lineouts in Super Rugby AU, Jeremy Thrush. And now they are trying to drive, but the Chiefs defending it nicely. They're going backwards a little bit here. It is at the back of the rolling mill. Kubeli has got this one. Looks like he is going to be setting up for a backline movement into the hands now of, it is going to be Taifu in the midfield for this match in the number 12 jersey. And that one's stolen by the Chiefs. That's a penalty to them as well. And Alex Nankerville, the man who was able to win it as well. Now he has taken it quickly. Now it is going to be into the hands of Tia with the offload on the inside. Didn't quite find the hands of Leonard Brown, though. So they are taking this one at a fast-paced game like the rest of them have been so far. Now it is going to be Brad Weber's got this ball. Now it is going to be offloaded back to Lord McKenzie out into the hands of Tupovai. One more to Nankerville. Peter Gusto-Akula, has got that one. Got offloaded on the inside to Tupovai. Only 10 metres out now are the Chiefs. They have come to play at HBF Park in Perth. That is for sure. Now it is going to be Lachlan Boschia having his first carry of this match so far. Weber now goes to Peter Gusto-Akula, fires it back to Damian McKenzie with the offload to Leonard Brown, and he scores the try. And Don Leonard Brown, he has done well there, and that is the first try of this match. And we've only been going 4 minutes. This match is feeling like it is going to be a very long one, and I'm excited for it. We have also got in the chat a whole heap of other stuff. I think he's going to the Blues as well. And we haven't got Chiefs all the way, says Paul Bucker. He will be happy with that, although they are checking something by the looks of it as well. And we have also got, I was named Marco Vunipola by my parents, and I am not Johnny Blaze as well. And we also got Blues are better than the Chiefs, says Slick. And also Geordie's housework. Paul, I changed your first letter of your name, and much like the Crusaders as well. Geordie going to work for Mark 2 cents. He'll be my housewife instead of my daughter. He'll be washing my streets clothes. But yeah, in the end, it was offloaded backwards. What are they checking here? I think they're checking for a little knock on, perhaps. Brad Weber's got that ball in. Goes to Peter Gusto-Akula. Back to Damian McKenzie. To Leonard Brown. And then from there, he does put it down. Does he, Leonard Brown? Yeah, he does. So is that a try? I feel like it is. Anton Leonard Brown is going to be scoring the opening try of this match. Mark 2 cents clothing items are covered in red wine stains as well. But yeah, we are just checking out once again to make sure. Little bobble from Brad Weber is the call. This one might not be a try here. But Brad Weber, does he get that ball in hand? They're looking for something. And there's a post just in the way. I'm looking at it very closely. We're not going to be able to see it here, I don't think. But they are checking to see if possibly Brad Weber had a little knock on. This will be the angle that shows it. Right, Brad Weber, he's got that ball in hand. Oh, It's a knock-on. I think that's going to be cancelled out. Anton Leonard-Brown is not going to be scoring that try, unfortunately for him. So that means now that this one does not exist. And it means, unfortunately, Leonard-Brown is going to have that one crossed off as well. We have got Roberto Carney said NZ teams aren't as good as Pros 14 teams. We'll have to wait and see, because hopefully some stage, I don't think it will be in the near future, but surely at some stage we get to see some sort of cross kind of platform, not cross-platform, cross kind of country. Cross-country, that's a running thing, isn't it? Cross hemisphere type of rugby. I know we're going to get to see it with the South African sides playing off against the Pro 14 clubs in next year, I think it is going to be, more than likely. So that is exciting stuff as well. My stream seems to be running a little bit laggy, so I'm not sure whether that's my internet, but do let me know if it is kind of playing up a little bit, and I will hopefully be able to fix it. Or I don't think I can fix it. I'll just have to try and sit here very still and hope that it does behave itself, but it is going to be now the scrum feed for the Western Force. The front rows went up, and now it is going to be the scrum reset. Nonetheless, we are just waiting for this one to keep getting underway. Only 5 minutes gone so far, and it looks like it is going to be a very fast-paced game of rugby between these two sides. And do let me know. We normally do it in the chat. Who is going to be the first try scorer in this match? You are allowed to choose one from the Western Force and one from the Chiefs. And yet, do let me know who you think is going to be scoring the try. I'm going to go with, it's going to be Alex Nankervis as my first prediction for the Chiefs, and then it's going to be Kyle Godwin for the Western Force. I think I will be going with here. But now it's going to be a scrum for the Western Force, only about 10 metres out from their line. What a push that is from the Western Force. Now it's going to be Damian McKenzie, and it goes to Alex Nankervis, and he scored the try, and that time it is going to be allowed. The cat is back because he loves this rugby that the Chiefs play, and Alex Nankervis scores about 15 seconds after I say that he scored. Interesting stuff there. Alex Nankervis is able to score it. We have got Let's Go Chief. Well, also losing if Chiefs win. It's all the New Zealand teams won to Australia. They did indeed. Hey, Livestream I as well, says James Gordon. But that was a great push from the Chiefs. Just a strong, powerful drive. And it's very hard to stop them when they do that. Damian McKenzie, Lewis and Rob Carney goes to Alex Nankervis, and he scores a try as well. Nice rocking the Chiefs jersey as well. Says BG, thank you very much, mate. It was sent to me by one of you guys, so I thought I'd better wear it for this match, and it gives them quite good luck. I didn't wear it in the final, so maybe that was the downfall. But yeah, Alex Nankervis had that ball. I saw that there was man on the outside. It was Sean Stevenson. He was calling for the ball as well. But they are very happy at the moment, the Chiefs bench, because they know that now they've got a good lead in this match. Who sends are super jealous and ring your internet provider to slow it down so you lag, much like how I lag in the abdominal department. Said Marco for the polar bear as well. But so far, the Chiefs have started this match well. The try disallowed earlier on, that was the one of Leonard-Brown, but instead now it was Alex Nankervis who was able to score it. Damian McKenzie, he will be lining it up with a smile here. Damian McKenzie, can he get this one over? The top point scorer in Super Rugby Aotearoa. He'll be open to do the same in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, and that one has gone over from Damian McKenzie, and now the score is going to be 7-0 to the Chiefs. And I will quickly update my scoreboard because for some reason it doesn't like me very much, I have noticed. But yeah, just nice backline movement off that little bit of a play. And is it going to work? I think it is going to keep on updating. That is what we love to see as well. Yo2 says, I saw your brother getting bashed by monk remote members at the park. That is interesting. That one has gone short now and has taken nicely there by Tupavai. Fell awkwardly though. Looks in a bit of discomfort. And now it is going to be Brad Weber. He is going to be a little fumble there once again from Brad Weber. And Damian McKenzie kicks this one down the middle with a field. Good boot on him there from Damian McKenzie. Taken by Carney. It's a little bit of a knock on almost though. But it did go just a little bit backwards. They are saying to Rob Carney now with the counter-attack for the Western Force. Now it's going to be Kubeli. Goes into the hands of the number 3, Mayotte now. Going back, Richard Kahui. Now they are using their back line nicely. Kyle Godwin on the halfway line for the Western Force. Now it is going to be once again, I believe it is Santiago Maturano starting in 3. Yes, he is. Now it is going to be Mayotte. Now it is hit up nicely by Lee Warner. Little offload into the hands of Anstey. And that one is almost, yes, it is an advantage now against Tupavai. Now it is going to be a good run there from Lee Warner once again on the halfway line. Kubeli short ball into the hands of Koteka. And they are trying their best to be able to drive forward here. The Western Force up to 6 phases at the moment. Santiago Maturano once again driving forward. And they have still got this ball, the Western Force. And that's the thing. If they can get 10 plus phases together, it will be very useful for them. Another advantage. And they are going to be going back now. 2 advantages. And now it is going to be the penalty against, I believe it is going to be Nathan Harris who was penalised for being offside. We have also got Rob Cunny as a DMAC fanboy and is jealous into why a guy 20 years his junior is a far better fullback than he ever was. And that's the thing. Damian McKenzie is playing at number 10 in this match, so it will be interesting to see how he goes. But they have got Bryn Gatlin on the bench, so I would assume more than likely if McKenzie is playing well, they will take Tia off and then move McKenzie back to that fullback role. We have got, hey, who is your favourite player from the Lions? Says Rugby Six Nations. You ask me all the good questions, don't you? And I did say Ty Furlong is a pretty good prop in terms of his stepping ability for a big man is impressive. But then also the likes of Robbie Henshaw had a very good Six Nations. So I feel like he will be one to watch in that Lions jersey. Kaitu goes to Jeremy Thrush now. They've got this ball now. Koteka inside ball. Olawa fell. No, it was Kahui who wasn't quite able to hang on to that one. The knock on from Richard Kahui now means we are going to have a scrum for the Chiefs once again. It's been Marco V. Nate Harris, another penalty magnet. Yeah, unfortunately given that one away. And Tupavai actually has been given away quite a few penalties recently, I've noticed, which isn't really what you want from one of your locks. Josh Lord, though, playing very well. And also Tupavai with that great run away. He just needs to make sure he doesn't give away too many more penalties early on in this match. I'm realised I'm kind of crouched down. Once again, I might have to adjust my camera just a little bit. Is that too much? Maybe a little bit too much, although you can see the Gallagher as well. I assume that it's Lewis Rees-Zammit, I would assume, and he's going to be an exciting prospect for the Lions. Also him and Duhan van den Rover as well. I said that really weird, but he is a talented player out on the wing. They're going to have a lot of speed, and the likes of one of those two players up against Chisel and Colby makes some mouthwater, that is for sure. DMAC plays every minute of every game because his teammates are also slightly, what does kaka mean? Because I assume it's a swear word, but I'm not sure what one it was, and I feel like I just said it there. So hopefully you do let me know what it is. I can run away, or I can run way faster than Lewis Rees-Zammit, sorry. Pack weights, though. I'm going to quickly write that down. 902 for the Chiefs, 843. Tom Robertson under a bit of pressure there with Angus Tarval. We have also got in the chat, I know the teachers are spanking my friend, so I'm going to collect my butter knife and baseball bat and teach those teachers a lesson. Says James Gordon. What a strange statement that is. But I guess you are protecting the friends, I guess. Nice t-shirt, bro. We got this. Says Harohone as well. Yeah, I really like this kit. I mean, it is the only Super Rugby kit that I own, but I am hoping to get a few more in the future. But yeah, the Chiefs kit was sent to me, and I have been wearing it ever since. It's going to be the straight penalty free kick, because of the early push from the Western Force. Maybe a little bit nervous about the size difference in the four pack, and now it is going to be possibly going for the scrum once again. Itchy nose. Hey. I have all the speed. Lewis Rees-Zammit and Duan van der Merwe are slow compared to the super quick Marco as well. And I do like dogs, says Rugby Six Nations. I do like them, although we don't actually have one. We have only got the cat who is sitting on my lap at the moment. He does enjoy a bit of rugby, I think. He hasn't told me, of course, because he can't speak, but I assume it's a weird thing. He's always here for the Chiefs games. I don't know whether you guys have noticed in the past as well. It's only whenever there's a Chiefs game. Maybe he likes the kid or something, because it's another penalty, and it's a straight penalty now for the Chiefs, rather than a free kick, I should say. So now Angus Tarval is putting the man in the number 1 jersey, Tom Robertson, under a huge amount of pressure at scrum time. 12 minutes into this match, McKenzie kicks for touch, and it is going to be a line out now for the Chiefs on about halfway. And that's something we should mention as well. I like Dogs, says BGs, and me and Johnny Plays, and my cousin are on the way to school, says James Gordon. Well, it is midnight, so it is rather late one. Stolen in the line out, and that was actually the statement I was going to make. I was going to say that unfortunately for them, the Chiefs just didn't quite get the line outs right in the final, but now it is going to be Taifu has having a bit of a run there. It is going into the hands of Carney. He's got a man on his inside, goes to Koteka rather than on the outside to Oliver Fellow, who was able to score a hat-trick. It's an advantage now to the Western Force. Mayotti, and in the gap, offloads it now to Tom Robertson. And they are on the halfway line and trying to keep on building. Now it's going to be Mayotti going into the hands of the forwards. Now it is Taifu into the hands of Richard Cowie, tackled by Jonah Lowe there. He is dragged down in the end. Now it is going to be Kubeli. Oh, great solid run there from Lee Warner. That one was. Now it's going to be Mayotti, sells the dummy. Then he goes into the hands of Jeremy Thrush, who was dragged down by Peter Gusto-Akola. Kubeli now goes back into the hands of Lee Warner. And at the moment, they are just slowly driving. Koteka tries to do it. Oh, sorry, it was Taifu who tries to kick it in behind. It's going to be Damian McKenzie. He's got that ball. He's got Jeremy Thrush on him there. And they are going back now for something else that happened. And Damian McKenzie just lying on the ground. And it looked like Jeremy Thrush was just winding him up a little bit, acting like they were having a bit of a fight. But yeah, it was an interesting, fast-paced bit of rugby. Late tackle was the call, which now means Aotearoa's not looking too flash. I think that is, or it might actually be Kyle Goblin who is still down. And that does not, no, it was Aotearoa. It was, oh, Nathan Harris. You can't do that. It was Nathan Harris. No, sorry, it was the number one. It was Aiden Ross. I'm having a shocker with my names at the moment. That is for sure. Hey, bro, Kaka means shut, bro, as well. I assume that is SHIT possibly, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, he was hit hard in the tackle by Aiden Ross a bit late. And now they've got a kick for the corner. I feel the Western Force means Crusaders as well, says Marco. Why are you going to school at nighttime, kid, as well? Oh, yeah, let's go. Do you think, who do you think will win in the La Rochelle match? That's the thing. I'm enjoying watching those Champions Cup games purely because of the fact that there are a lot of Kiwis scattered around. I've been calling him Aotearoa, but it's actually Jake McIntyre. This whole time I've been saying Aotearoa. He is on the bench, though, instead. So I have messed that up badly, but it is McIntyre. Maybe Aotearoa might be making his way out onto the field if McIntyre can't continue. That series will win as well, says Marco. But I think in that one, La Rochelle has quite a few Kiwi players. The likes of Victor Vito, also Kurbalo, and also number 10, can't remember the name, unfortunately, Ehire West. And then also for Toulouse, they've got the likes of Jerome Kano. So I'm going to be looking forward to watching that game. But I feel like La Rochelle, they've got that momentum rolling at the moment. Toulouse, they haven't been scoring that many tries in their matches that they've been playing. So I feel like that will give La Rochelle a bit of confidence, definitely being able to take down Leinster in the last match of the semi-final as well. We haven't got back. We will secure the 5th win for NZ this morning. Just go easy on old man Kahui. And that's the thing. He is a very experienced player. He was what led to Oliver Fowler getting the hat-trick with that little grubber in behind. So perhaps his experience here, like half of these guys would have been looking up to him when they were a lot younger. Ehire West in the chat as well. When Blue Kahui's here away. And I will ask you the question, Marco. Of course, your name is Marco Vunapola Bear. And do you know anything? I'm going to sound weird for asking this, but people who know Johnny Plays will know this reference. Do you know anything about possibly $4.20? Does that ring a bell? I'm trying to do a bit of detective work here, but I'm not sure whether I am on the right track. That is for sure. Ehire is playing well compared to his day in Ratbag infested Blues team as well. And Chiefs Mana wind blowing old man Kahu back into the retirement home. Jeez, people are going tough on Richard Kahu. That is for sure. The cowbells at HBF Park they are talking about at the moment, and it's going to be McIntyre lining it up. And it looks nicely. No, it's gone away to the right just a little bit. So it is going to be a 22 dropout now. McIntyre not quite getting that one. Good vibes. And the chat says Paulino. I assume that is the dabbing emoji as well. I think it does come through as, but yeah, hopefully you guys are all going to be enjoying this live stream that we are doing. Oh no, it's a peace emoji. I do see. Yeah, that's the thing. Through my live streaming software, it just comes up with saying good vibes. But I guess that is what it was as well. And thank you very much, Paulina, for tuning in. Wax teacher in the face, chucks bombs, boom. Says James Gordon. Interesting. Nice, my bro. I all the way watch the Chiefs game when you do a live as well. And yeah, it's one of those ones I love watching the Chiefs mana in full effect in the chat. We have noticed it throughout the whole competition and also in the just in the crowds in these games. Oh, straight over the balls, Jacobson and not quite able to get that one. Currently 16 minutes into this match. That one was almost dropped by Madrano, but he does manage to claim that one. And now it is going to be a penalty to the Chiefs, though. It's gone the other way. And now we've been over the skies. Clearly losing from Marco Vunapola of the England's international rugby teams. Chiefs forwards looking strong. And there is I like that profile picture, I'll be honest. Marco Vunapola Bear has donated $4.20. No idea, brother. Either I'm on the wrong track completely or I feel like my detective skills are 10 out of 10. That one has not gone into touch from Damian McKenzie, and they're going right back now. Dewey decided to take that kick, but I do appreciate that donation, Marco Vunapola Bear, of course. And I have to say, it's such a serious look on Marco Vunapola's face right there. I'm going to leave him up for a little bit longer, seeing as we can see the score as well. But very much appreciated. My mother named me Marco and took my father's last name, Vunapola, as well. Donations. There's James Gordon, yeah. And I do appreciate all the donations. We had quite a few over the weekend. And yeah, just going all straight back into the channel. We've got a few things in the works. Hopefully, financially, we will be able to keep on doing with the types of ideas that we have got. But yeah, there's going to be the scrum feed now for the Western Force. 40 metres out from their own line. And that one looks like, once again, the scrum is going to be a hard one for the Western Force. Getting driven backwards by the Chiefs. No, they are fighting back. And it's going to be both front rows going up. And it means now that it is going to be a scrum reset as well. Well, Scott 420, doesn't that mean it's time to smoke? The BGs. Yeah, it is a reference that Johnny plays. I remember it was the first ever donation we got on the channel when we got monetized back in January. And I was on a Cricket 19 career mode. And he donated 420, and he mentioned it about a month before. He was like, when you get monetized, I am donating $4.20. And it's just kind of become Johnny Plays' number. And I guess now it's kind of Mako Vunipola Bear's number as well. But yeah, very much appreciated for the donations on the channel as well. I took my dad's motorbike, says James Gordon as well. And my mother named me Mark, and my father called me 2 cents, or last name 2 cents as well. And now I'm looking at the scrum, and the Chiefs are pushing hard. This ball, they didn't get the hook, and because of it, it means now the Chiefs have won the penalty. Luke Jacobson wanted to take that quick. Brad Weber wants that ball. Thinking about setting up the back line there. And like they are saying, tough night at the office for the Western Force back. The difference in weight, about 70 kgs here, and it is showing because the Western Force are under a huge amount of pressure. And McKenzie now, he did mess up the last kick. He has made sure that one went out, and well and truly, and now it is going to be on about the 22, and it is going to be the line out for the Chiefs there. But yeah, the hook just didn't quite happen for Kaitu, and then from there, you are in trouble. Angus Tarvell, he's already got a black eye, but he doesn't care. He is going to keep on going for a side. Now, Nathan Harris needs to get this line out straight because of the fact that it just hasn't quite been working out for the Chiefs lately. That one is taken nicely by Josh Lord, though, and now they are going to be driving forward, and they've won a penalty now against, what was that one for? It was for a bit of obstruction, I think was the call. They did a bit of that. So that means Lachlan Boshier did give away the penalty, and I don't think he expected to either. Marco Vunipola Bear has said, Eddie Jones said me and Joe Marler are old dinosaurs now, and it's going to shunt us to the sides for younger blokes. Mark Susens inherited his father Big Guts DNA and alcohol abuse DNA as well. But yeah, that's the thing. Joe Marler not selected for the British and Irish Lions, and I think a lot of people wanted to see him. He's quite a character off the field, Joe Marler, and I feel like he would really kind of just hype up the team, but maybe that is not what they want in the situation of like the kind of rat baggery, being a bit of a rat bag off the field. Joe Marley is known for being quite funny in terms of what he does. I'm still here, bro, says Expert Gamer. We do appreciate that, mate, and hope you are enjoying this game. Also, I want to see score predictions in the chat. What is the score in this match going to be? Kaitu now throwing to the front. Nicely done now. It is going to be Koteka. Fires it back now into the hands of McIntyre. Olawafella almost dropping that ball, but wrestled down to the ground by Anton Leonard-Brown. And it is going to be the penalty now to the Chiefs for not releasing. They are lightning in the breakdown at the moment. Sean Stevenson wanted to take that one quickly, but they will be kicking for the corner more than likely, I would think. They won't be one of the three because they do realize now that they need to be able to get close to where the Blues are because of the bonus point difference in this competition. It's going to be huge. At the moment, 47 is the difference for the Blues over any other side. He is kicked for the corner there. Damian McKenzie going to be about 10 metres out for this line-out throw. But yeah, it was straight away Alex Nankivell. Boy, he's playing well in this match so far. We haven't got in the chat 40+ for the Chiefs in this match. Harahone is predicting, and also Mark Sense, 2 cents inherited my children. For my father's big gut, my father recently gave birth to my children as well. That's a bit of a Jeremy Kyle situation. The one's gone to the back there, claimed by Tupavai. This is looking good now for the 4-back of the Chiefs. It's going to the back to Nathan Harris. They have been told to use it once, so more than likely they will be using their back line here because it's not really going anywhere now. It's going to be Brad Weber with the ball in hand. He is going out into the hands of McKenzie. Quick hands to Leonard-Brown. No, it was Tia fires it back, but it's a massive offload. Damian McKenzie, though, is trying to find a bit of a gap, and he is Damian McKenzie, but he is tackled by Jordan Olawafella there. Now it is going to be Weber with a little grubber behind, set up nicely, though, for Jonah Lowe off the deflection of the Western Force players. Tackled a little bit high there by the looks of it. Now it is going to be Weber on the 22. Goes to Jacobson inside ball. Oh, that's a big hit on Domingo Mayotte. And it was now going to be McKenzie. Goes to Nankivell, finding the gap, selling the dummy offload to far away. Goes to Chase Tia. Tia drops the ball, couldn't quite reclaim it. And because of it now, it is going to be the scrum for the Western Force. Easier if you turn the camera to the TV, bro, says Marlon Anderson. It is. But then straight away, you would only get to see about 1 second, and then YouTube, because of Sansa owning the rights to the footage, they would take it down and we get banned from live streaming for 3 months. So unfortunately, I can try my best to keep you guys informed about the game. But yeah, as soon as we show, even if we were to play audio for a second, the stream gets wiped from YouTube. That is why it is very hard to find one on YouTube that is actually showing match footage without it being just disappearing straight away. So I am sorry about that. But hopefully you will be able to find the game somewhere as well. Game is a lot closer than what I expected says Expert Gaming as well. And yeah, at this stage, it looks like the Chiefs are just going to keep on pouring on the pressure with their 4-pack is looking pretty strong. Mike, I've got a polar bear, or if you put the camera down your trousers. I don't think I'll be doing that. Unfortunately for you, mate. Halftime score would be 21-7. Try Twitch as well, said Martin Anderson. I think they are the same because I know that people feel like the likes of the UFC have tried that and they end up getting taken out straight away. But yeah, maybe if you go on Twitch, they may have one that might be around, but I'm not too sure. It's very hard to find one that is for free, although they do normally show the highlights on YouTube straight after the matches. 2 cents needs a doctor to artificially inseminate his missus. Oh, geez. And now it is going to be in the hands of now the number 12, which in this one is Teifu. And they have still got this ball. The Western Force about 15 metres out from their own line. Kubeli now going into the hands of it is Tom Robertson with a good run, driving forward, couple metres made for the Western Force, looking for an option out of the 22 here. By the looks of it, it is going to be chased here by, it is going to be the number 10, which in this one is McIntyre. It's gone into touch. Good kick from Thomas Kubeli there. And because of it now, the pressure is a little bit off, but it's still well and truly on. At the same time, we have what's got Smithy, sounds like a Disney movie as well. And we've also got in the chat, my old mate Jason Marlowe is a hilarious bloke as well. Yeah, I've seen quite a few weird clips of him. And everybody like robots and no character or individuality at all. Chat is downgraded pro as well. Says Maxie, yeah, we're at this stage. It is midnight or 12:30 here in New Zealand. Nice take there from Josh Lord. He has been wrestled to the ground, but the Chiefs have still got this ball. Maxie, you are an experienced player as well. I want to hear your score prediction. See how close you are to the real one. Now it's going to be Peter Kasawakula. Good low tackle there from McIntyre on him, though, but he's limping. Now it's going to be Brad Weber with the kick in behind, seeing a bit of space taken there by Rob Carney. Takes the mark as well. At least not eggs tonight as well. Yeah, that's going to be probably, I don't know whether to call it the low and the high point of the channel, but it was an interesting situation. That was the Chiefs versus Blues, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, there were eggs involved. No, don't play the game live because don't play the game live because I need to keep up with all the games, bro. You are the best at this as well, says Harahone. And I do appreciate that. Chiefs taking that one quickly. Now it's going to be McKenzie firing it on the inside to Peter Kasawakula. Donalo now having a bit of a step around, trying to find the gap, and he has been wrestled down to the ground by Tom Robertson, 40 metres out from the Western Force line now. It's going to be a Weber. Goes to McKenzie now. Linking up with Leonard Brown. Quick hands. And the hands of Nathan Harris out on the wing. He is going to be hoping to pick up a try off a rolling maul perhaps at some stage in this match. Lachlan Boshia now driving forward. Good low tackle on him though. But unfortunately, almost ending up with a penalty up against the man in the number 6 jersey. I believe it was Tim Anstey. Good tackle there on. It was Luke Jacobson wrestled to the ground. And my coverage has frozen, unfortunately. But Brad Weber's almost touching the ball. Yes, now he has got it. Now it is going to be in the hands of Aiden Ross. Goes to McKenzie. Outside ball to Leonard Brown. He's got plenty of pace, Leonard Brown. And made his way into the 22 at the moment. 5 phases for the Chiefs. Fires it back to Damian McKenzie now. Selling the dummy goes to Tupavai. Has lost it forward, though, unfortunately, for the Chiefs. And now the Western Force once again have got the scrum. But unfortunately for them in that regard as well. Oh, Tupavai now. Bit of a push and a shove between Kubeli. And at the moment, Tupavai is down. It looks pretty serious. There were quite a few players right on top of him. But Tupavai does not look like he's getting up anytime soon. Facial injury. What's the weather like? I don't think there's any rain or much wind. It is just the case of it being just a little bit cold, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's one of those. Oh, Jeremy Thrush, I think he ended up getting a bit of the shoulder there, but he was wrapping the arms. So it was just a little bit high, unfortunately, for him. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I have seen cards given for that, but it looked like Jeremy Thrush was always just going for the big tackle. And then from there, Jeremy Thrush is one of those characters who loves to just talk a bit of trash as well when he's standing over the player, which I think is what riled up some of the Chiefs forwards as well. 2 cents is live. 2 cents just with an outlaw. He is doing the late night Super Rugby Trans-Tasman live stream as well. But it was the knock on. So now it is going to be the Western Force with the scrum feed. And we have also got listening to your awesome commentary all morning in England. Keep up the good work, bro. You deserve more subscribers. So come on, people, press that button as well, says Stephen Davis. And thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that a lot. If you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. We hit the 2,000 and all of a sudden 3,000 could be on the cards very soon, perhaps. Could be with streaming UFC on his phone right in front of Big Boss Man Dana White. Dana didn't look too happy. He was doing it on Instagram, wasn't he? Or Touch Finder didn't find Touch. And now the Chiefs are going to have another attacking opportunity. It's going to be Jonah Lowe now. Firing it out into the hands of Alex Nankerville knocks it on. Poor passing in the back line of the Chiefs, unfortunately. All of the passes ended up that they had to jump for it. And I feel like that is what caused it. Unfortunately, guys, I'm officially exposing my current identity. Sorry, this is the real Johnny Blaze. Marco is in fact Mark 2 cents. Johnny Blaze predicts 27-7 win for the Chiefs. This is one of those ones how it's like when you trade names with your friend when you've got the substitute teacher at school. You know, it's like that whole like, oh, I'm actually this guy. No, I'm this guy. And then, yeah, I feel like people always do that at high school, don't they? We have this guy, yes, I am 2 cents of the Kiwi lads hater. Envious Kiwi lads is taking all of the subscribers and envious Kiwi lads as a proper Kiwi, not me 2 cents, the Aucklander as well says. See, I almost says Johnny Blaze there with those emojis afterwards, but it is actually 2 cents, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. We have got prediction. It's 32-7 Chiefs, though I don't know what team. I don't know the teams really, just a guess. And I feel like that might not be a mile off in this one. At the moment, 7 points scored in 27, but neither team have really had like any slow patches. I feel like Sawakula almost getting that ball for the Western Force, but the Western Force, they need to score soon if they do want a chance in this match. Now it is going to be Kubeli. Fires it back into the hands of now the first receiver. He has offloaded it, gone backwards. Now it's going to be Aiden Ross, the prop, heading up the middle of the field at the halfway line. Good clean out from Peter Sawakula, though, hit hard. And that one was the Western Force player. Now it's going to be Tia goes to Nankerville. And like they are saying, they are dangerous, the Chiefs, when they are on the counter-attack. And we saw that throughout Super Rugby Aotearoa. Inside ball to Tupavai, now tackled by Matarano, just inside of the half. The Chiefs now charged down. And now Kubeli's going to get that one. So a little kick of mine didn't quite work out for Brad Weber there. Now it's going to be around the side. And it's going to be Kyle Godwin, who is trying to drive forward straight over the ball, though, and the Chiefs win the penalty. So in a way, that kick of Brad Weber ended up not being the end of the world for the Chiefs. They are very good at making their way back into matches when they have looked like they are going to be out of them. And at the moment, they are in the lead, which is something throughout Super Rugby Aotearoa. They didn't really have too many leads. They were always fighting back in matches. The match against the Crusaders, that was a very close one indeed. We have also got in there 2 cents alive. Here's 4 boxes of beer in 3 hours as well. Said it was Marco for the polar bear, and I'll be rating your stream 2 cents. I'll be marking my territory as Sir Johnny Blaze as well. Said Smithy Toilet. But yeah, Brad Weber charged down by Miotti, and then from there, he did chase it down. Well done from Brad Weber there to just stall Miotti just that little bit, and then straight over the ball was Damian McKenzie, and he does win that one, but that's going to be stolen, and Kaitu'u now has got that ball, but Vai straight over it, and I think he almost was able to get it. No, he wasn't. Now it's going to be Miotti into the hands of Lee Warner, now looking for the offload, not able to find it on the halfway line. At the moment, the Western Force, that one is kicked high. That was by McIntyre. Now it's going to be taken nicely by Tia. Great timing there from Richard Kahui, though, against his old side. And that's the thing. When was it was stolen? No, it wasn't. Jeremy Thrush ended up trying to take that one from the breakdown, but not quite able to. And we have also got, 32-7 might be quite a good guess. Actually, I have written it down to see how close we are in that regard. I'm so drunk, I'm going to cause arguments with my neighbours and drive my car drunk while streaming on YouTube. 2 cents is suffering from premature baldness. This is why he always wears here to hide his despairing lid. I don't know whether I can be one to talk. I'm leaving my hair long because I feel like it's not going to grow back if I do chop it short. At the moment, 5 penalties against the Chiefs and 7 against the Western Force. So yeah, Damian McKenzie is one of those players. He seems to be getting right in there early, but Jeremy Thrush just not quite able to rip that one away cleanly. And because of it now, it means that the Western Force are under pressure at line-out time once again. But so far, the Chiefs have been letting themselves down a little bit in line-out time because of the fact that it just hasn't been going right. Samasoni Tokiaho couldn't quite get it right in the final. And now there have been a few that they have lost so far. But now it's going to be Peter Sawakula running straight at Koteka on the halfway line. The Chiefs at the moment, it's going to be McKenzie's dropped that ball. Unfortunately, ended up in the situation of a little bit of a miscommunication. I think Vai was just next to him as well. And Damian McKenzie not too happy. Of course, in the background, or in the past, I should mention, Damian McKenzie, number 10, hasn't really been where he plays his best rugby. Smacked him in the face almost. Wasn't expecting it. Looking at McIntyre, who was charging up at him. I'm predicting the late surge from the Chiefs 30-3, as well as the BGs as well. In the last 5 handling errors, one of them has been against the Western Force. The rest have been the Chiefs. But that's the thing. The Chiefs with the scrum that they have got, like I mentioned, 70 kgs difference in this one. Maybe they'll end up winning the penalty of the scrum anyway. And that's the thing. You can only give away so many scrum penalties until you end up with your side ending up with a yellow card. And that is what the Western Force will have to be very careful with. Nathan Harris just looking for the mark. They are showing Jordan Olawafella only carrying the ball once so far, I believe, at this stage in the match. And as said, I will let the Super Rugby novelers as well. I will let the Super Rugby novelers. I'm not sure what you mean, Tian. Do clarify a little bit further if you don't mind. And I have the hardest question. Would you save your parents or your cat? Or Daniel, George, and Isaac? That is a terrible question to ask. But now there is a little bit of a push and a shove between these guys. Everyone's fired up in this match. And I feel like these are the two sides of the competitions that were pretty passionate throughout their season. The win from the Western Force over the Reds, and then the win from the Chiefs over the Crusaders. These two sides are physical, and they are also very much a very feisty team, if I do say so myself. And we have got, I will say, my mother, Matilda Blaze Sr. as well, says Smithy. And we have got 14-0 to the Hurricanes half-time, bro, says Harry Honey as the guest. So we got 8 minutes left until we reach half-time. Rob Carney there hasn't touched the ball too much. The Western Force in general, their backline hasn't really had a chance in this one. Go Chiefs, Grand Slam against Australia today, 5-0, says Native English. And yeah, that's the thing. That's going to be the penalty, though, to the Western Force for going a little bit early. The Chiefs have got that forward pack advantage, but if they go too early, it ends up being a penalty against them. Now, it is going to be possibly, what do the Western Force do? They are going to be giving it into the hands of Kyle Goldwyn. Is he going to be kicking for the corner? It looks like he is, which is going to be interesting to see how close to the corner he can get. It's a decent kick there from Kyle Goldwyn. Very good one, and they're going to be about 10 metres out from the Chiefs line. Go Chiefs, as well, says Anaka Asinaka. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But she has said, or he has said, go Chiefs in this one. Kaitu now with a lot of pressure on him with this line out throw. No score at the moment for visits to the opposition 22 in Super Rugby AU, 55% for the Western Force. And I feel like they really started to come right in that second half of the competitions. They pushed the Brumbies in the semi-final for a while, and also a very good game against the Reds as well. And now we have got Chiefs all day, but the Brumbies took the Crusaders to the edge as well, says Stephen Davis. And yeah, that's the thing. The way the Brumbies played showed that these New Zealand sides can be kind of vulnerable at times. That is a good run there from the man on number 6 jersey, Anstey. I think they've got the advantage as well. Now it's going to be Kaitu. Goes straight to down. You've got to go to Olawafella up the top side. No, they have decided to go down instead with the forwards. There is literally space for days on that side, but Jeremy Thrush close to the line. They are getting very close. Now it's going to be Kubeli. Now inside ball. McIntyre almost decided to go. He's going himself there. Alex Nagavel holding him up. He's close to the line, but he is just short here. Kubeli fire it wide. He is going to go into the hands of Koteka now, close to the line, reaching out, but not able to get there. Now it's going to be Kubeli, awkward one for Goldwyn, and because of it, he is going to get held up there. And they are going to be going back for the advantage and the penalty. And it is going to be time off. This could be a yellow. Perhaps the captain is getting called over. Who's the captain for the Chiefs in this match? Is it Angus Tarvell or is it Brad Weber? It must be Brad Weber for this one. Already a more at the line out on mine. Says it was Mike Jones. Yeah, I feel like mine is a little bit behind at this stage. I need a black Crusaders jersey as well, says T and Goliath. And that's the thing. I would love to be able to have, okay, Leonard Brown to the bin in this one now. And that is about the same timing as the yellow card against the Blues in the first half of their match that they just played. He got a yellow, says Mike Jones. Yeah, mine is a little bit behind, I feel. Maybe about 40 seconds. But a yellow card to Anton Leonard Brown, almost scoring a try earlier on. But now, unfortunately for him, just didn't quite work out. I think it was just a little bit offside, I believe, at the breakdown, I think it would have been. But yeah, they needed to go out to Olawafella. He is a try-scoring machine out on that wing if you get it to him. And he would have been calling for it big time on that far side. And we have all Scott, sorry, brothers, I'm out of here falling asleep. My belly needs a rest from eating too much. Crusaders as well has said that they are, that word that I'm worried is something bad. But thank you very much for tuning in, Marco Vunabola Bear. Also, formerly maybe known as Donny Place. Don't know. We'll have to find out a little bit later on. But thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Do appreciate you being here. Now it's going to be Kaitu once again with this line out throw. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm slightly biased towards Jordan Olawafella because of that performance that he had up against the Reds. But I think you go for the rolling maul, short side into the hands of Olawafella's try time in the corner. I feel like that would be what I would do in this situation. But of course, I am sitting here. They are out on the field. Now it is going to be, one-on-one out there. Jordan Olawafella actually in that rolling maul. He's gone, if you're not going to give it to me back there, I want this one. Has he got it in his hands? Jordan Olawafella, who's got it? I think it's gone to ground, is it? It's still going. It's still going. Who's got the ball? It's going to be a penalty try. And that could be another yellow card. But it is going to be the penalty try, an automatic 7 points for the Western Force. And this one will end up with a yellow card. And I think it's going to be Luke Jacobson going to the bin. This match is shifting well and truly at the moment. They are just checking to see what happened here. They think it's number 1, Aidan Ross, who may have given away that one. But a penalty try, 2 men off the field, more than likely for the Chiefs. This is going to be going well and truly interestingly for the Western Force in the next few moments of this game. But Thrush was able to take that one. Then from there, I mentioned Jordan Olawafela. He joined that rolling maul there to try and get involved. Then I believe it was Kaitu. They're saying it's Luke Jacobson, I believe. I think he ended up going through the side. I'm making a weird concentrated face at the moment. But they are going to have him off the field as well, Luke Jacobson. So that is a gift in a way for the Western Force. They don't have to kick the conversion. And that is going to be a yellow card to Luke Jacobson in the 35th minute. Now down to 13, the Chiefs here. Go Western Force at least be the only Australian team that beats an NZ team. Sorry, mate, no offense. I'm pretty impartial. I'm wearing this Chiefs kit because it was sent to me by one of our subscribers. So I'll be all right if the Western Force were able to pull off an upset here. But of course, we have got a few Chiefs supporters in the chat who may not be. But at the moment, the Western Force, they're one of those sides in Australia. I feel like the dark horse of the competition. They could actually, I want to see them play the Crusaders. And I am looking forward to it. Luke Jacobson going to take a seat next to Anton Leonard-Brown. They might have to get a third seat there if they aren't careful, or else there will be all of the boys sitting next to each other in the sin bin. At the moment, they're missing a back and they're missing a forward, the centre and the number 8. We still got this Chiefs, says Harihone. And yeah, the next 10 minutes is going to be very interesting. Damian McKenzie kicking that one long. But the Chiefs, sometimes when they are up against it, that is when they play some of their best rugby. Oh, Stander building up a bit of speed there. And he was tackled by Josh Lord. Now it's going to be Kubeli, goes back into the hands of McIntyre. Now Rob Carney kicking that one long. Good kick from the number 15 for the Western Force, taken by Damian McKenzie. What can he do from here? McKenzie, he's on the halfway line, seen a bit of space in behind as well. Richard Kahui taking that one inside of the 22, takes the mark as well. And now he has got a decision to make. I need a job in New Zealand as well, says Tian. What country are you living in at the moment, Tian, mate? Do let me know. And we have also got, I got to go later, says James Gordon. See you later, mate. On behalf of the Chiefs, we'll let NZ down this morning as well. And that's the thing. The Chiefs fans who haven't stayed up for this match, they'll wake up. And if they see that the Western Force have ended up winning this match, they'll be pretty sad. But the Chiefs, they have got plenty of fight in them. My voice doesn't. It is given up soon. That is taken nicely by was Sean Stevenson, tackled by Rob Carney there. Now it is going to be Brad Weber going back to Damian McKenzie. Little chip in behind, going for the territory, stalling a bit of time. That is a good kick. And because of it now, it's going to be a line out, 10 metres out from the line. We have got Zen in the chat. It said, feel like I'm watching horse racing. Sorry, I end up talking very quick when I get excited. And yeah, that is kind of just what I end up doing pretty much every single live stream. Hence why my voice ends up kind of going away every single time I do these live streams. And we have also got in there my Blues take the lead in the comp. And then, but the Force are my Aussie team because I live here in Perth, up the Force, or get up Force as well from Thorfinn. So hopefully they will have a decent performance for you, mate, as well. But yeah, the Blues winning by 47 points for the margin. Crazy numbers from them, looking strong in the competition. Now it's going to be Kubeli who's going to be rolling this one back to take this kick here. And that one has gone now. Oh, a bit of a wrestle between Josh Lord and now Tupavai getting involved as well because of the fact that Josh Lord tried to charge that one down and then he ended up getting blocked by the number 5 there, which is Fergus Lee Warner in this one. 15 for the Forces, Rob Carney, said Greg Galway. Hopefully I did say his name right in terms of I should know that he is there, and I do know that he's there, but I probably ended up talking too quick and ended up missing, possibly missing a name in there somewhere. Already kicking the mark as well, says Smithy Toilet as well, and want to go to sleep, but I got to stay up to watch a Kiwi Lad stream, said Mike Jones Senior. We do appreciate that, mate, with you guys staying up late for our live streams. Very much appreciated taking there now, and it is going to be a good opportunity now for the rolling maul of the Chiefs to do what it does best, and that is drive forward. They are rolling sideways now at the moment. They will be told to use it very soon, but Nathan Harris has got that ball at the back. Has been completely wheeled round, but it is still going here. The rolling ball, but it's gone to ground now. Has been dragged down in the end by Tim Anstey. Now it is going to be an advantage to the Chiefs. They've got 13 men on the field. They've gone for the straight penalty there. And what do you do from here? Do you take on the 3 for the Chiefs, or do they go for the corner? That's a big question as well. We've got also always a prestige to witness such a delicacy as well. And I do appreciate you always being here, mate, as well. Like, you've been in those ones for the Rainbow Cup South Africa at like 4 a.m. And it's just, yeah, it's awesome that you guys do want to stick around. Your mama, so poor, she runs after the rubbish truck for a groceries list, says BGs. That is a new one that I haven't heard before. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know whether you're talking about my mother or just a mother in general as well. But yeah, in the end, it was because he tried to steal the ball off his feet there. The number 6, I believe it was. Yes, it was. It's Tim Anstey. And Damian McKenzie is going to be taking on these 3 points as well. I remember someone mentioned in that other match for the TAB, I think it was, about how both sides scoring in the first 10 minutes. And in the end, did the Rebels and the Blues both get points in the first 10 minutes, I'm wondering, as well. But Damian McKenzie now going to be lining this one up now to see if he can use up a little bit of time, but also be able to get his team the lead in this match against the Western Force. I feel like this one's going to be a close finish. Just got that feeling. But Damian McKenzie now kicking this one. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Damian McKenzie. And now the score is going to be 10 to the Chiefs and 7 to the Western Force. Still a very close match. Super proud of my Blues, Tristan. They play phenomenally. Like the first kind of early stage of the match, they tried to go for the territory game, which I felt just wasn't quite the way that they should have been playing it, and they changed it. And then from there, they just went crazy and just scored all the tries. Hoskins Satutu 2, Kira Ioane 2, Tom Robertson 1, AJ Lamb scored, and also there was one other, I believe, if I'm not wrong, but it might have actually not been one other, if I am correct. It might have only been those ones that I listed, but they did get the bonus point, so they were looking good. Now it is going to be in the hands of Standard. It is halftime, and they need to make the most of this. Here, the Western Force, because of the fact that it is going to be 13 men now for the rest of this first half, but the siren has just rung out in the stadium at HBF Park. They want to give the crowd something to cheer about. Going into halftime now, it's going to be in the hands of McIntyre, firing it now into the hands of Richard Kahui, I believe it was. And in the ball up, Kubali now, quick hands to McIntyre, now offload from Oliver Fella. He has claimed that one inside ball there. Carney was falling over there. And because of it now, it means that it is going to be going into halftime for the knock-on. And the score is 10 to the Western Force and 7 to the Chiefs. Close game between these two sides. I did expect that it could have gone either way. And at the moment, it is going to be a very close one. That is for sure. I'm super proud of my Blues. I read that one earlier, and we've also got Chiefs need to win, says Harahone. Yeah, it's one of those ones. They don't want to be the one New Zealand side who weren't able to score the try. Weren't able to get the win. And if they get a bonus point win somehow here in this match, the Chiefs, that would actually push them above, depending on how many the points differential is, that could push them above a couple of the New Zealand sides, including the Crusaders. And we have also got, it's funny, Blues and Hurricanes at the bottom of bottom 2 in the NZ conference. Yeah, that's the thing. All of the top sides in New Zealand are now sitting pretty comfortably on the table. We've got in first place, it is the Blues, second Highlanders, third Hurricanes, and then fourth, it is the Crusaders. And they didn't receive the bonus point, and that could be the difference between a home final and not having a home final. So that is why it's going to be an interesting situation. Just gonna go put water on my face. I'll stay in until the end of the game, says it was Mike Jones. I mean, if you do need to sleep, mate, it is completely all right that you do so, because it will be, it could be a late night. That is for sure. At the moment, we are just waiting to see what is going to be happening in the second half of this match. We've got about maybe 10 minutes until we get back underway. I live in South Africa, says Tan as well. But New Zealand, it is a nice place, but South Africa, you've got some good rugby going on for the Springboks in the future against the British and Irish Lions, and also the Rainbow Cup. Who do you follow in the Rainbow Cup, Tan? Do let me know. There also, we love to play this game on the channel. Out of the chat, who do you guys think is scoring the first try of the second half? I said Alex Nankivell in the first one, and that was about 30 seconds before he ended up scoring. So maybe second half, I am going to say that it is going to be... Who is going to score first in the second half? I'm going to put a little dash next to Lachlan Boshier and also a little dash next to Mr. Clutch King, Damian McKenzie. Those are my two guesses for the Chiefs. I'll just take everyone on the Western Force side as well. And I am going to go with, Jeremy Thrush for the Western Force. And also I will go with another forward. I'll go with Bernard Stander is going to be my other guess as well. So those are my two guesses. I'm taking all of the teams pretty much. I'm just guessing as many as I can to hope that I do get it right. But we will have to wait and see how the second half will go in this match between the Western Force and the Chiefs. Only 2 tries so far. One for the man, or actually it was no man. It was a penalty try for the Western Force. And then it was the try for Alex Nankivell. Tried to allow for Leonard Brown in the 5th minute. But then straight from there, they were able to score in the 6th. Alex Nankivell getting that one off a scrum set piece. Then from there, 2 yellow cards, one for Anton Leonard Brown and one for Luke Jacobson, both coming very close to each other, only a minute, and that was when the penalty try in the 35th minute was awarded as well. Just put some hot water in my face. Eyes immediately woke up as well. said it was Mike Jones. But yeah, if you do have to sleep, feel free to. It is all right. And also, we do leave these up on YouTube afterwards for you guys to be able to check them out. But I will have a quick look. I didn't actually mention likes throughout that whole first half, so I have no idea what we are sitting on at the moment. But I will have a quick look to see how we are going in the likes department. I'm guessing maybe around 15 might be my guess at this stage. We're on 24. So we have done pretty nicely there. Can we get that to 30 before the second half gets underway? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Very much appreciated. Just hit the 2,000 earlier on today. And yeah, it was a crazy, crazy moment because of the fact that we've gone from 1,000 to 2,000 in only about 4 months. Crazy numbers, that is for sure. And I just appreciate all of you being here. I go for the Chiefs, says Tristan, as well. So you'll be hoping that they do have a good second half. Tell you what, we've just jumped up to 29 likes. I feel like 30 might have been an understatement. You guys in the chat are very generous with your likes. It is fair to say, but at the moment, halftime 10 to the Chiefs and 7 to the Western Force. And if I was to change anything in that first half, it's hard to say what I would change because of the fact that both of them were just playing decently. Overall, no one really split in the game open. The scrum of the Chiefs was phenomenal, though, I will mention. We have also got good go in the chat. Hey, mate, how have the Chiefs looked in the first half? Their scrum has been dominant. Like, they have been able to win about 3 scrums against the feed. Also, their try coming from the scrum. And, yeah, in the breakdown, they have been looking pretty good. But the Western Force have been kind of taking that and just stopping the momentum if they have the chance. We have also got in the chat, Katie has said, hey, howdy, hey, yo. 7 a.m. here, waking up to the Kiwi Lads stream. What a great way to start the day. And I do appreciate you being here as well. At the moment, close game between these two sides. Who are you backing in this one, Katie? And also, what is your score prediction for this one as well? Come on, Chiefs. We can't be the team that jeopardize the round 1 clean sweep. And that's the thing. You got to feel for the Chiefs as well because of the fact that, like, if that was the case, people are going to turn against them. But 5 in a row in Super Rugby Aotearoa, phenomenal games that they were playing. And I hope that they do. If they do lose, if they do, I'm not saying they will, but I'm not saying they won't. If they do, hopefully it is a close game so people are nice to them. And hey, mate, from it is Smithy Toilet as well. Do you have a social media channel, Facebook, Twitter, etc.? We have got a Twitter, but we've never used it. We've got an Instagram, if that is any good to you. I will put it in the chat. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that's how much we use it. I don't actually remember. I think it's that. For the Kiwi Lads Instagram page. We haven't posted anything on that. Maybe we need to work on our social media as well because of the fact that at this stage, 2,000 people have clicked that subscribe button. So maybe we need to do some sort of other social media other than YouTube, just to keep you guys updated on what is happening on the channel and whatnot. We have got in the chat, Damien McKenzie need to play probably and bring it home coming from the far north of New Zealand. Yeah, that's the thing. He is starting at 10 in this match. And the big question for myself is going to be, I am going to quickly, another big question is what is the, okay, we are good. I was checking the definition of the camera, but at this stage, the big question for me is how early are they going to take Tia off and transition Damien McKenzie into that fullback role? Because he's been doing decently at 10 because the last time he played 10, it was up against the Crusaders and they kind of ended up playing a little bit of a pass-on type situation, how he was just kind of like a distributor rather than a sniper. I saw someone describe it as, and in this match so far, he has changed that a little bit. He is piercing those gaps that he is able to find and then offloading it to the likes of Tupava'ai, Peter Gustoa, big men who have very dangerous ball running skills. And we have got actually do Facebook Johnny Blaze too, and real YouTube Johnny Blaze, Twitter, the real Johnny Blaze as well. And Ewan is in the chat, has said, hey, or said hi, welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in for this match between these two sides. It should be a very exciting finish because of how close it is at the moment. Gave the Instagram account a follow as well. And I do, one moment, I'll have a check as well because I think I get notifications of it. Oh, no, I won't because I'm on the other one. See, that's the thing. I need to get kind of up to date with social media because of the fact that I know George has a TikTok, but that is about the only thing I know about TikTok. I've never been on it. And he seems to watch tractor videos and he likes those as well. Hey, from Rick's Pana Pasa as well. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in for this one. We're at halftime at the moment, but we are only a little bit away from the second half getting underway. We're on 33 likes at the moment as well. So it's looking more like we're going to get to 35 before the second half gets underway, maybe even 40. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. You live in New Zealand, says Ewan Atkinson. I do indeed. I do live in South Canterbury, halfway in between the Crusaders and the Highlanders in the South Island. And Canterbury, I believe it is indeed. And Chiefs from Katie as well. She is going for the Chiefs, the men from the Waikato with the Chiefs mana. Are they going to be able to get it done? That is the big question. We have also got in the chat, Cheer Bro, how is your morning? Or how's your early morning? Says Locks. It's doing all right at the moment, 1 a.m. here in New Zealand. The night is far from over, though. I have still got another live stream. That is going to be at 4:15 a.m. And that is going to be the Rainbow Cup. It is going to be the Sharks versus the Bulls, the two sides in the Rainbow Cup who haven't lost a game yet. So I am excited for that match as well. But yeah, it's going to be a late night. That is for sure. But at the moment, we are just waiting for the second half to get underway. I will ask the question once again for you guys in the chat. Who is going to be scoring the first try of the second half? Do let me know. And we have got Let's Go Chiefs cheer as well from Carl Bowden as well. So welcome to the live stream too, mate. And we have got, did you watch the Crusaders match? I did indeed. Close match between those two sides. The Brumbies almost able to get that draw, but unfortunately, Noel Alessio unfortunately couldn't quite get that kick for them. And that's the thing. Because of that, the Brumbies, it's going to be tough for them to make the final, but the Crusaders, those extra 2 points could be the difference between them making it to the final and not. And we have got in the chat, Force Love says Rick's Panapasa as well. He is going for the Western Force in this one, and so is Lee. And yeah, at the moment, I know I'm wearing a Chiefs kit, but I am in the situation of it was sent to me, and it is the only Super Rugby kit that I have. I am impartial in most of these matches, which is why I love watching them so much, because of the fact that I see the best of both sides. Grumbies or Grumbles played well, said Lee as well. They did. They pushed the Crusaders at times that I think people thought it was going to be a runaway after the game between the Hurricanes and the Waratahs. Everyone went that they're not going to be able to keep in the match, and it's going to be about 30 points difference. But Brumbies playing well. I said in my preview that they are always one of those sides that just kind of mess up the Crusaders a little bit. And I got the Bulls for that game, my bro, as well, says Harry Hone, and they are at home as well, the Bulls, so they are a hard side to beat at home. And the Sharks in form as well, so it should be a very good match to watch. And we have also got in there, I heard the Chiefs chucked on a different flanker, who I'm not going to read out, Anaha. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But I see what you did there. Almost got me. But I luckily read it just before saying it. And at 1 a.m., I feel like that one was going to slip by, but luckily managed to pick it up. And we have got Brumbies punched well above their weight as well, says Millie Toiler. And yeah, that's the thing. I feel like they've given some of those Australian sides a bit more confidence. Like the Western Force here, they are not out of this match yet. And the likes of Western Force, I feel like watching them play the likes of the Waratahs, not the Waratahs, the Hurricanes in that match. That will be a very exciting one to watch as well. Yeah, I did cross in my team sheets. I decided that Lachlan Boshier, Damian McKenzie, Stander, or also Thrush were going to be the first try scorers in the second half. So I'm just kind of covering all bases there. And it will be interesting to see if that will be the case. But only the one try for the Chiefs, and that was Alex Nankivell. One try for the Western Force, and that was for a penalty try, which is why the yellow card, or the 2 yellow cards I should mention. The Chiefs are down to 13 for the first about 7 minutes of the second half now. Chiefs will pour it down soon as well, said Smithy Toilet as well. And yeah, that's the thing. As soon as they get back to 15, I feel like the subs will be made. A couple men coming off of L. Perhaps Luke Jacobson makes way for Liam Messam off the bench. Very good player. Then also Leonard Brown. They might decide to take him off and put on Balin Sullivan. Could be an option as well. Forced by 2, says Lee, in this match. And Chiefs by 25 from Brian. So he is backing the Chiefs to get really stuck in the second half and see what they can do. We have also got in the chat, it is Katie, and she has said, I've been watching so many Kiwi Lad streams lately. My brain is on New Zealand time now. I thought it was Sunday, but it's Saturday here. I live in the future. Yeah, at the moment, the time zones are hard to follow. It is currently, you said 7 a.m. there, so it is an early morning start. Hashtag back the Kiwi as well, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, it's one of those ones that early morning starts for rugby. If it's a good game, it is well and truly worth a watch. I know that I've watched a couple games at like 4 a.m. that I haven't actually done live streams for, just because I thought they were going to be a good one. And one example of that was the match between the Harlequins and the Wasps. In the end, 48 to 46, I believe. And that was a very good match to watch as well. A lot of tries in that one. We have I like New Zealand, got to defend New Zealand as well, says Dan. So maybe one day you will be able to get a job here, like you mentioned, and you will be able to get to see all over the country. That is something I want to do as well, is just travel the country watching all of these games. But then, of course, if I was to do that, I wouldn't be able to do the live streams at the same time. So perhaps I send someone to the ground and kind of do a little bit of a halftime chat with them, perhaps, at the ground. I can hear G-Man's streaming in my shed as well, Steve Smithy Toilet. Is he actually live streaming at the moment, Gareth Mason? Or because it would be good to see if he is doing a couple, but I know at the moment he has got a bit of stuff going on. So at this stage, doesn't look like he is actually doing it, which is a bit of a shame for him because I know how much he has been enjoying the Super Rugby and Super Rugby, Super Rugby AU and Super Rugby Aotearoa competition. But at the moment, we are getting close to the second half getting underway. I am excited for this one, and it could go either way still with how close it is at the moment. We have also got watching your channel from Mongolia, 9 p.m. here, no Rugby Pass in Asia, bummer. So that was from Mark Chapman. So yeah, that is a shame. I feel like Rugby Pass, they cover a lot of countries, but I wish they were able to cover more because it is awesome that we have got people watching from all around the world. But then you also realize that it's because of the fact that unfortunately they just don't show these games in every country. And I wish they did because like you want to grow the game of rugby, and to do that, you've got to have people watching it. And I hope you guys from these live streams are able to get a feel for what is happening in the game as well. And we have got 1 a.m. over here. And also I'm still on live support from watching that Canes match too. Good. A lot of tries, 17 to be exact. Huge number. And I feel like that one isn't going to be topped in terms of the points this season. And if it is, those two sides are going to have to go quick because of how many that there were. And also we have got in there South Africa, says Tian, where he is from. Goals for 2021, says BG's. That's a good question. And 1 a.m. here in Fiji, I see from Rick's as well. My goal, I feel like it's going to sound cliche, but it's just to make sure that we are able to slowly just keep on improving on the channel. Like I know Isaac, one of the other Kiwi lads, he said that the goal for the channel, he thought we were going to be able to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of the year. And at the time, I was like, oh, that's a bit steep. But now we've hit 2,000 and we are well and truly on our way there. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Help us get to that 3.5 perhaps by the end of the year. But we have still got plenty of rugby left. And John Leonard-Brown and Luke Jacobson still in the bin for another 7 minutes or so. They both look nervous. They want to get back out there. But this is going to be the kickoff now. And it is going to be McIntyre who fires it high into the Perth sky. And it is going to be taken now by Josh Lord, I believe it was. No, it was Tupavai who was able to claim that one. They are just outside of their 22 at the moment, the Chiefs, and they are making a few meters with this rolling maul. The Western Force not really committing too many men to it. And because of it, they have been slowly working their way up. It is going to be now. Brad Weber fires it high. Apakatoa is on the field, and it is going to be Angus Tarvell. So I'll quickly write that down. Apakatoa making his way out there. Angus Tarvell having a little bit of a quiet game other than in the scrum. He has been pretty good there. Now it is going to be Stunder now running hard at that man, Apakatoa, who's just made his way onto the field. Now it is going to be once again Kubeli now. Lee Warner looking for a bit of an offload on the halfway line for the Western Force. Kubeli goes back into the hands of McIntyre. Now it's going to be Kyle Godwin hit hard by Peter Gasakola, but it has gone wide now into the hands of the number 12, which in this one is Taifu. Now it is going to be Meoti. No, sorry, it's not Meoti. It is Kubeli once again. Going into the hands of McIntyre. They are trying to gain a few meters. I'm getting too excited about the second half. Kahui having a bit of a fumble. And instead, it's a tip tackle. Unfortunately, from Josh Lord almost. And they will be checking to see if he went above the horizontal. They have said it's fine, though. And at this stage, with time on, it means that it's going to be the Chiefs' ball now. And now Brad Weber fires it back to Damian McKenzie. Out into the hands of Leonard Brown. No, sorry, it's Chase Tiatia. Leonard Brown still off the field, and it's going to be Rob Carney trying to kick that one downfield. And it is a decent one in the end. Or is it? They are going to have another look at the tackle on Richard Kahui by Josh Lord there to see whether or not he went above the horizontal. It looked pretty rough at the first glance at it. And we have also got in there, you're not at the moment, usually streams his Rainbow Cup games as well. I hope Kieran Reid isn't still smoking those cigarettes in your shed, mate, as well as the comment as well. Right, we will quickly have a look to see if he went above the horizontal. He did. I think he did. So that means now Josh Lord, he is going to be giving away the penalty. And the problem there is that could also be a yellow card. The Chiefs could be down to 12 men here. Watching from Rarotonga, Cook Islands, and it's 3 a.m. here, says Brian, so it's a very early morning start for you. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Much appreciated. Go Chiefs, says Katie as well. And we also got, I'm the Matt Man, said Brian Morgan. And we have also got, where do you want to move in New Zealand? Auckland will be the best preference as well. And hopefully God defends us from losing to the Force as well. And yeah, at the moment, if they're down to 12 men, it's going to be tough for the next kind of 7 minutes. No, it's fine. They have said it's fine, which because of it now, it means that it is going to be a line-out for the Chiefs. And Kyle Godwin asking the question. So he didn't go above the horizontal as the call, which means now it is going to be the chance for the Chiefs just inside of the 22 of the Western Force. But back to your question about where I would like to live. And they have been told off there. The Western Force closing the gap a little bit too much there for the referee's liking. Maul, says Smithy Toilet as well. And you are a little bit too far ahead. Be sure not to spoil a draw if it does happen, mate, because I am still waiting. It is the Chiefs now. They have got the advantage, yes. And now Nathan Harris has got the ball at the back. What is he going to be able to do from here? Straight through the middle was Jeremy Thrush trying to get that ball. It's been wrestled to the ground. Is the ball out? Yes, it is. Now it's going to be Weber. Goes to McKenzie. Little chip in behind. It's gone into the hands of Godwin, though. And because of it, they are going back for the penalty against the Western Force. And T-Mac, tell you what, you're doing well to be able to keep up with that as well. Chiefs needs to score, says Harahona. And also, City of Sales looks so beautiful, but it seems like the price of living there is super hiked up, like living in LA. Yeah, I feel like something I'd quite like to do. It sounds like such a basic thing. I'd like to live where there's Uber Eats because where we are half an hour away from any kind of McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, you name it, we haven't got it within half an hour. So it would be pretty awesome to be able to have it just come to your door. You know, like I remember when I was in Melbourne a couple years ago, that was what happened. And I was just amazed by Uber Eats because I was like, wow, this is just coming to my door and I can eat this like pretty much straight away. So that sounds like, I sound like a kid in a candy store, as the saying is. But Damian McKenzie now is going to be taking this kick for the Chiefs there, Taupulu and Kahui to get back on the Chiefs as well. Sesmili Toilet. And that's the thing, he played pretty well in the match, or not, sorry, Pulu. It was Carter on the wing in the match, and he actually played pretty well. Okay, I like New Zealand from Christchurch, but the Crusaders is my team and the All Blacks. Yeah, I am actually born in Christchurch, fun fact, and then we moved a few hours south when I was about 3, I think it was, and we haven't moved since. And yeah, I like it here. Small town, no Uber Eats, but still a decent location. 2 from 2 at the moment for Damian McKenzie. He is lining this one up to see if he can once again convert and get the Chiefs a little bit more of a lead. And this is great for the Chiefs because of the fact that they have only got 13 men on the field. So if Damian McKenzie can get this one, they will have a 6-point lead. At the moment, they are sitting at 43 minutes into this match. Damian McKenzie does line it up. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. Damian McKenzie hitting it away to the right. And because of it now, the Western Force have now got another opportunity to make the most of it. Let's go, D-Mac. Said Smithy Toilet. And we have got, come on, D-Mac, says Carl. Yeah, unfortunately, hitting it away to the right now, and it will be a 22 dropout. I'm surprised the rural areas in New Zealand haven't created their own versions of Uber Eats on a local type basis. Yeah, that would be something that would be actually pretty cool if they did it. Although, to be fair, we've only got about maybe 2 or 3 takeaway places where I live. So maybe that is why it's an advantage now to the Western Force. So they have been able to retain that one. And because of it now, is it going to be the scrum feed? No, they don't want to go to the scrum here, the Western Force, because they have been dominated in that regard. Now it is going to be Carney trying to find the gap, driven backwards, though, in the tackle of Upper Katoa. Now they are inside of their 22. I believe they still have the advantage. It's going to be Madrano going back into the hands of McIntyre out onto the wing, into the hands of Kaitu, inside ball there. And they are still not quite making any meters here. For my ticket, please, as well, says Tian. Yeah, I mean, if you do get the chance, be sure to come to New Zealand. We've got some great rugby on as well. So going to the stadiums would be pretty awesome. Now it's going to be into the hands of McIntyre, now Godwin, into the hands of now the number 14, which is Richard Kahui, who is trying to drive forward. But unfortunately, yeah, the Western Force are just trapped inside of their own 22 at the moment. Kubeli now trying to decide what to do. It's going to be in the hands of Lee Warner, trying to make a few extra meters, but the Chiefs trying to win that penalty as well. They've got to be careful not to give that away. Josh Lord tackling Jeremy Thrush, and it's a penalty now for Josh Lord being offside there. So that is a gift for them. Hey, mate, do you want a cup of coffee? Says Penny Albert. I would accept one if you've got one on hand. It would be a nice warm beverage on a cold night here in New Zealand. I'm wearing the T-shirt as well. I've got the fire going over there, but I think it's almost gone out. So hopefully it does stay stoked enough that I can get it going afterwards. After this live stream and keep it going until about 4 a.m. We have also got in the chat, it should have started Upper Katoa for his scrummaging and overall mobility. Bring Tavo on for impact. That is a good point. And Josh Lord is actually also starting. They have got Zane Capelli on the bench. He had a bleeding nose for the final. You felt bad for him because of how much blood was pouring from the snoz. But in the end, had a decent game overall. Zane Capelli, how long until the boys come back, bro? At this stage, we've got both men back on the field, I believe. So Jacobson and Leonard Brown both making their way back out onto the field now. So back to 15 for the Chiefs, and the Western Force not able to capitalise there. Jeremy Thrush taking that one, dragged down there by Tupava. Now it's going to be in the hands of the number 12, whose name I keep on forgetting. It is Taufu. And now it is, or Taifu, sorry. Now it is going to be a backline movement. Good ball there to Kyle Godwin. He's got pace. The man, and he's going to be going on the outside. Now he goes himself in the end. And because of, hello, Billy. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Now it is going to be intercepted. Jonah Lowe now put in the feet down, but he has gone into touch, I believe. And it's going to be a penalty against the Chiefs. And now do they go for the corner, or do they end up going for the 3 of the Western Force to get right back in this match? That's the thing. Both sides need the win. They can't take 2 points. It almost wouldn't end up getting them enough. Chiefs got this, says Harry Ono. Also, we have got in their holy heart failure. I just looked at the Rebels versus Blues match and I screamed 3 to 50 Walesers. Yeah, the Blues on fire in the last kind of 60 minutes of that match. It actually started looking like it was just going to be penalty after penalty between the two sides. But then, yeah, the Blues are able to get about 7 tries in that one. So they do get the bonus point, and they are sitting top of the table now. How much you're selling it for as well, said Smithy Taller, and bloody AU refs as well, showing no mercy for us Kiwis. And yeah, the Chiefs have got this, is the comment from Harry Hona. But now it is going to be Kitione, who goes to the front, stolen by Brad Weber though. And the Chiefs have got this ball straight back. Damien McKenzie calling the shots at the moment. He is going to be firing it back into the hands of Josh Lord now, who is going to be setting it up for him to be able to take the cap here. Damien McKenzie's Chiefs score at least 31 in this match. Come on. As well, what happened with Anton Leonard-Brown and Jacobson, said Ed. They have come back on the field. They came back on 2 minutes ago. Is he going to take it quickly? Yes, he does. Goes into the hands now of Carney. Now it's Kyle Godwin. They're trying to get something going here. It doesn't look too quick, but now Godwin running hard at the line. Once again, as he has throughout this whole match. Kubeli now goes to Stander. Now it's going to be Richard Kahui into the hands of Carney now, who is driving forward for the Western Force. Still 32 minutes left in this match. This one looks like it's just starting to warm up, because now it's going to be Kyle Godwin. Sells the dummy, going through the gap, almost offload there. Stolen by Tupavai, who goes to ground there. Straight over the ball was the Western Force, and it might be the penalty. No, he's got it clean, which means now that the Chiefs have got a chance of getting it back. Is Brad Weber on his feet there? Kubeli has got it. And now it is going to be in the hands of Kyle Godwin, trying to fend off Apikatoa, not going anywhere there though. 40 metres out now from the line of the Chiefs. Oh, that's a big hit on Santiago Madrano, but he's still going, Santiago Madrano. Brad Weber wrestles him down to the turf. And now Jeremy Thrush round the side, gaining a few more metres. And now it is going to be Kubeli to the short side. That is a forward pass from, it went to Kaitu. Looked very flat anyway, if it wasn't. And now it is going to be now back into the hands of Tom Robertson. Hit hard in the tackle there by Apikatoa once again. Now it's going to be great face play from the Western Force so far to be able to hang on to this. Now it's going to be Kubeli, goes to Godwin. Now it is going to be a good step there on the inside offload to Kaui. Tackled a little bit early there. And because of it, the ball has come free. And now it's going to be in the hands of Sean Stevenson. He's got a monster boot. And that is a huge amount of space that he has been able to find right into the 22 at the moment. Great kick, and now it's going to be Rob Carney. He is kicking this one downfield. That is a good kick. Taken nicely by Chase Tiatia now, though. Now it's going to be Damien McKenzie. What can he do from here? He's going to do the little chip behind for a bit of territory. Seen the space, and now it is going to sit up nicely for Richard Kaui. Shunting off one, Damien McKenzie. Making the tackle on him. It was backwards. And now Jonah Lowe's got this ball. No one's going to stop playing at the moment. Now it's going to be Nathan Harrison and the ball up. And now the Chiefs are 35 out from the line of the Western Force. Leonard Brown now trying to step, trying to find the gap. Good tackle on him by Teifu, though. Offload to Luke Jacobson. We need a stoppage in play, or else I'm going to run out of breath. Well and truly, Boshier now hitting the ball up for the Chiefs. Goes to Weber McKenzie. Jonah Lowe now having a carry as well. And straight over the ball was Kaitu, not quite able to get that one. Now it is going to be Brad Weber, goes to Boshier early in the tackle by Madrano. 40 metres out at the moment are the Chiefs. Phase 5, I swear it's up to about 15 by now. Now it's going to be Leonard Brown stepping up the middle. He has been tackled there by Teifu. And also one of the forwards for the Western Force. Now it's going to be in the hands of Alex Nankerville. I've realised I've been clicking my pen all day. I am sorry about that. I've been too excited and I end up just clicking it flat out. Now it's going to be Luke Jacobson having the run there. 30 out. They've got the advantage as well. Now it's going to be Damien McKenzie short ball into the hands of Lachlan Boshier. And that's the thing, the Chiefs had stolen. So it is going to be going back now for the penalty. What do they do in here? That is the question. Good kick, Stevenson. It was indeed who's got the ball. Everyone had the ball in that play. It was back and forth. And yeah, just no one wanted it to stop. And now Damian McKenzie, he's talking with Brad Weber. It looks like maybe they are considering taking on the 3 here. Anyone in chat mind dropping the current Chiefs lineup? Says Scrum Lass. I can actually read through it quickly while we've got a stoppage, if you don't mind. If it is me rather than the chat, it is going to be Aidan Ross, Nathan Harris, Angus Tarvell, Josh Lord, Tupavai, Peter Gus Sowakula, Lachlan Boshier, Luke Jacobson, Brad Weber, Damian McKenzie at 10, Jonah Lowe, Alex Nankabell, Anton Leonard-Brown, Sean Stevenson, and Chase Tiatia. That is the starting lineup as well. And we have let's go, come on, Chiefs from Smithy Toilet. And also back to the Chiefs, says Smithy, and take the line out, says Wally. He wants to see the 7 points. And yeah, that's the thing. What are they going to do? Damian McKenzie, is he going to take this kick? It looks like they are going to be possibly running it out. Or I want to see them take on the line out, like you mentioned, Wally, because of the fact that we know that bonus points could be key in this competition, and they want to pour on the pressure a little bit more here and get that lead out to more than 3. Because at the end of the day, if the Western Force score, they are still going to be able to take the lead if they take the 3 in this situation, the Western or the Chiefs. The 3 says Harione, and also Chiefs need to go for the scrum, says Good Go. That would be a decent call. They've gone for the corner, and they have decided that they are going to be going for the rolling maul now. Thanks, Hamish, says Scrum Lass. No worries. And thank you very much for coming in the morning as well. I know that these times all around the world are crazy. So, yeah, it's 7 a.m. for a bit of rugby with the Chiefs. Hopefully, they don't let you down. And we also got Smithy Toilet Acid dropping the new merch. Back the Kiwi. I like that hashtag, to be fair. And maybe one day we will look at making merch. Oh, yes, says Wally as well. He is happy with the fact that they are going for the corner now. It has gone to the back. Going to be taken by Tupavai. Going for the rolling maul now. The Chiefs, Peter Gus Sowakula got the ball at the back now. He's passed it back to Nathan Harris. 10 metres out now. The Chiefs, and this one is not going anywhere. Tupavai willing on the boys there, saying, come on, make a few more meters. It looks like Brad Weber now into the hands. No, he's gone himself, Brad Weber. And he has been tackled. Alex Nankabell predicting that one very nicely. Damian McKenzie calling his shots, waiting for the right opportunity. Leonard Brown getting close to the line as well. It's 5 back into the hands of Jacobson. They are getting incredibly close here, the Chiefs. 5 meters to go. Peter Gus Sowakula goes to Josh Lord. Damian McKenzie, he is instructing his players at the moment, trying to find that gap. And Damian McKenzie looking like he is going to take the snipe if he has to. Out the back now, it's going to be Brad Weber. Goes to Peter Gus Sowakula, still 5 meters out at the moment. Weber with the quick ball. Oh, it's a deliberate knockdown from Jordan Olawafella, and it is time, and he could be off the field now, unfortunately, for that man, Jordan Olawafella, because it was a no-arms tackle on 3 as well. So they've got an advantage. Who's supporting the Chiefs? It's Curious George. We have got quite a few people in the chat who are going for the one. We're in the Chiefs cap, but that is because it was sent to me pretty impartial with these New Zealand sides. I just love watching the rugby. Sam Cane out for the rest of the season still. Yes, no status changes, I believe. He is still out, unfortunately, with the pectoral injury, I believe it is at the moment. Come on, Jordan, says Smithy, and we have got Winger tried intercepting that. He did indeed. Come on, Chiefs, says Lyndon. And we have got the year, says Scrum Lass. I think it is close to the whole year. I think it was a 9-month injury. Tian has also said, call me as well. And we have got Yellow, I'd say, off you go, says Carl. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't really look like he tried to do a goalkeeping dive and block that one. And Chase Tiatia out on the side. Yellow card for Jordan Olawafella. And I did say that he was going to be one of the guys who could score a try in this match, but he can't score it if he's on the sideline. That is for sure. But at the moment, yeah, Jordan Olawafella knocking that one down. 11 blue, and he is going to be off the field. And now the Chiefs are going to have the man advantage. Surely you go for the scrum. Oh. I think they just said it's going to be a penalty try. If I just heard that correctly. Scrumlass has said yellow as well in the chat. Is it going to be a penalty try? If it is, that is a huge moment. Okay, there is cover, so it's not a penalty try, but Jordan Olawafella off the field in the 52nd. He is going to be missing for the next 10. And that is one of the first yellow cards. Other than the 2, this game is the only game that has had yellow cards, if I'm not wrong, throughout this competition so far. The 5th game, and it has had 3. But at the moment, we have got 100 people watching. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing every single game. This one is the latest of the night, that is for sure. Earliest of the morning, I guess you could say, currently 1:30 a.m. And now they are going for the rolling maul here. Once again for the Chiefs off the line out. 5 meters out, moving sideways. Brad Weber now has got that ball at the back. Harris driving forward. They are getting close. Nathan Harris, have they been able to stop him? And it is going to be held up, I believe. But they are going to be checking out to see if the Force have been able to stop him there. Nathan Harris looking like he wanted that one, but instead of going out the back line, went himself. The referee is looking in shock at how close this game has been at times. Buy me, buy for my ticket, please, said Tegan. I don't know whether we have got the funds on the Kiwi Lads channel to be buying tickets from South Africa to New Zealand, unfortunately. It's quite a long way, isn't it? Currently 28 minutes left, says Curious George. And that was at the time that now we are at, about 28 at this stage. And that was from Barry Green. And we have got, come on, did he get it? He did not. In the end, I don't believe. They're checking for a potential yellow card again, I think. So all of a sudden, the Chiefs having 13 men. Now it could be the other side having 13 men as well. I bet John Curran was smiling ear to ear with that blue score. He would have been a very happy man indeed. We have also got there, we need the Strike Chiefs. They did indeed, but they haven't quite got it yet. But they will be hoping that if this one is held up, perhaps it is a penalty for them as well. And we have also got in the chat, can you please do Bulls versus Sharks? I am hoping to. That will be a 4:15 a.m. Kickoff, but I am hoping I will still be awake and will be ready to do that one. So at this stage, I will put it down as a yes, unless something drastic changes, like I end up like falling forward. But they are just checking to see if it was a different maul, perhaps. They are checking the grounding straight under the ball. Do they stop that from going down? It's got to be close to touching the ground, but Nathan Harris may have been able to get that one down. So they are saying that it could have been a try. And it looks like unless something crazy happens, Tim Anstey, they have said, won't be able to hold that one up. So that could be a try to the Chiefs there for Nathan Harris. I'll try and stay awake for the Rainbow Cup as well. There's Smithy. Perhaps have a little break in between, have a little sleep for yourself, Mike Jones. We have got the force have improved a lot. It's great to see. It is very enjoyable rugby that they are playing. That is going to be the try, though, and it is going to be Nathan Harris who was able to score it, and the Western Force are punished for that yellow card, but perhaps would have almost been a try anyway with the way that they were doing it. But the Chiefs have been dominating the full-pack side of this match. Kiwi Lads needs their own barista as well. Says Scrum Lads. Sorry, my brain is all over the place a little bit earlier on. No worries. It is early morning where you are. And also, I feel like whenever I wake up in the morning and try and do a live stream, I just can't talk. I have found Chiefs just need to crack that defense, start raining it as well. And we have also got, I'm loving the game, says Curious George. It has been a very entertaining one between these two sides, and Damian McKenzie now is going to be taking this kick. Now, with the bonus point system, the Chiefs need 2 more if they do want to be able to receive that bonus point and put themselves in a position of possibly sitting in 2nd or 3rd at the stage. Sapu's watching from Samoa. That is from Lima Satia as well. McKenzie has missed that one. The kicking game of Damian McKenzie just hasn't quite been working for him here. Maybe it's that number 10 on his back, don't know. But I feel like as soon as Chase Tiatia comes off the field, it will be Damian McKenzie who moves into that fullback role with Bryn Gatland as well, moving into 10. And we have also got, I'm going to say, up for the first 20 minutes of it as well. And yeah, I guess that's a good point because the first 20 minutes often does shape a game depending on how it is going to be going. Yeah, let's got Come On Chiefs from Abdul Malik, and also, or a Red Bull barista, whatever your energizing beverage of choice is. Tell you what, George loves a Red Bull and a peanut slab. Not sure whether you all know what that is, but it's pretty much chocolate with peanuts, and it's in a bar form, and he absolutely loves it. And for his birthday, I think I ended up getting him Red Bulls and peanut slabs because of it. That one has gone high there from McIntyre. Jason Hard, nicely taken by Chase Tiatia, looks for the little offload. Now it is Jonah Lowe, Damian McKenzie kicking him behind. Has been playing a lot of the kicking game today, Damian McKenzie. Now it is going to be once again in the hands of McIntyre, trying to find a bit of space, kicking it in behind, but it has been taken nicely there by Jonah Lowe, who's going into the hands of Tiatia. He is going to be kicking it with the left foot, and he has got a big boot as well, and that one has gone into touch now. We've got Damian needs to get off. He missed 3 kicks as well, says Harahone. And I feel like, yes, it's that factor, but he is also the clutch king. He got that nickname in Super Rugby Aotearoa. He is the kind of guy who can win you a game in the last kind of 5 minutes or so, as we saw 3 times, or 5 times, 4 times throughout the Super Rugby Aotearoa competition. Do you think Damian McKenzie is better at 10 or 15? Personally, I like him back at 15, and he could chime into the line and have more open space to work with. I agree 100%. I do prefer him at 15. Now it's going to be Savasoni Takiaho on the field now. That is for Nathan Harris, who was able to score the try. Leonard Brown doesn't go on the outside to Tiatia, instead on the inside to Nangavel, who is tackled there by Kubeli and Thrush. But they are inside of the half of the Western Force now. It's going to be Aidan Ross, who is driving forward. Good leg drive from that man. Now it's going to be McKenzie going back into the hands of Upper Katoa, trying to make a few extra meters for the Chiefs. It's going to be in the hands of Samasoni Takiaho, a man who deserves the try, I feel, throughout Super Rugby Aotearoa. He played very well. Tupavai off the side of the ruck. Now it is going to be Weber. Fires it back into the hands of Damian McKenzie with the step as well. Good tackle on him though. It was Teifu. Now it is going to be Samasoni Takiaho. Goes to Tupavai. Slowly driving up the field here. The Chiefs up to their 7th face. Josh Lord back to Peter Gasawakula with a fend. And he has got a very good fend on him. And it's going to be Jonah Lowe who does score the try for the Chiefs. And I feel bad because I feel like he would have loved to run that in a little bit more because of the fact that he would have had a chance of making it a little bit easier for Damian McKenzie. But Jonah Lowe scoring the try in the 57th. It is going to start raining tries soon by the looks of it as well. We have also got in the chat, Damian, we have got peanut slabs are good from Linden. They are indeed. Whitaker's special, that one. D-Mac got Toe Jam as well. Nice to see you're wearing my favourite team's shirt as well, says Abdul Malik. I assume that is, or is that nice to see you're wearing are your favourite team? They are actually not my favourite team. I am pretty impartial with all of the sides in Super Rugby Aotearoa, and it was sent to me, so I decided I should be wearing it every chance that I get. And also Barry asked what stadium it's at. It's at HBF Park, so it is in Perth at the moment, which is why it is such a late night game here in New Zealand. Watching this from Cotswolds, England, from Linden as well. I used to work opening hours at a grocery store and would drink 3 Monster energy drinks before noon and gave myself a heart murmur as well. Peanut slabs sound good. They are very good. Whitaker's peanut slabs, they are called. And if you do get the chance, be sure to try them because they are very nice. And hopefully they sponsor us because George would absolutely love that nice supply of peanut slabs, perhaps. Call me on Twitter, please. I don't actually really use Twitter, unfortunately, Tian, but we will keep on chatting in the chat as well. We need Damian McKenzie at fullback, says Harahone. And now Damian McKenzie, he's missed again. Damian McKenzie, and that means now, at the moment, 1 from 5, I think he is. But they are still leading by 13 points. She does not look too happy with Damian McKenzie's kicking game. Watching him Perth, Whitaker's is the best as well, says Wally. They are indeed. And we have got Linden, has said Hurricanes, baby. And I also remember they had a jelly tip bar of Whitaker's. I'm not sure whether you guys have had that before, but it is interesting, but it's actually quite nice at the same time. And we have also got Try Time, says Smithy, it was indeed, and yes, from Linden. We have got pineapple lumps, equals best NZ lolly. I love pineapple lumps. Do you prefer when they are soft, the pineapple lump, or when they're really hard and when you bite into them, they kind of just snap? Do let me know. And now it is going to go backwards for the Chiefs. So they have got this ball just outside of their 22. Now it's going to be Weber going to the side. Takiaho. He is a man who can get your meters in a hurry. And it was very nicely done. Kaitu'u trying to get in there, not quite able to. Now it is going to be the man in the number 17 jersey, which is Ollie Norris for this one. Damian McKenzie almost tackled there by, it was Leah Warner. No, sorry, it was Anstey. Now it is going to be Ollie Norris having one of his first carries of this match as well. Now it is going to be Bryn Gallen out there as well. So I assume Chase Tiatia is off the field after that try that the Chiefs just scored. No advantage going back for the penalty now for the Chiefs. And that's the thing. The Force are still down to 14 men for the next 3.5 minutes. So they got to make the most of that opportunity. As a pineapple lump, like a gummy bear. Not really. It is a different type of sweet. And it is pretty much chocolate. Everything's chocolate around here. And it's got a pineapple. Oh, that one hasn't found touch though. From Damian McKenzie. I think that was once again the boot. It's just not behaving itself. Good low tackle there from Stevenson. Now it's going to be a little bit of a set play. It's going to be now Goblin running up the middle. And also the sub has been made. And that would be Ian Pryor now on the field. Going into the hands of Lee Warner. But pretty much it's got pineapple flavoured. Almost not a goo, but it's kind of like a, what would you call it? Kind of like a taffy, I guess you'd say for American. A little bit like a taffy type. Inside type arrangement. They are very nice as well. We should send a care package over to the US. Oh, that's charged down by Tupavai. And because of it, it means that he is going to keep that ball for the Chiefs now. Stealing it back now. It's going to be a short ball to Damian McKenzie. It's got a Richard Kahui on him. Trying to make his way to ground. And he has there. Damian McKenzie. And now it is going to be a knock-on advantage there. And it means, unfortunately, Damian McKenzie, not a lot of magic for that man today. But maybe the final minutes of this game could be the opportunity that he needs. We have also got in the chat hard, says Linden and Jelly Tips are fantastic. Yeah, they are. They are good. It is fair to say another another try. I predicted a 27-7 win, and Maxi actually predicted 32-7. So he might not be a mile off either. We have also got in the chat hard from this guy, and I like it. Says PGs. Watching from Southampton, UK, says Blair. So thank you very much for tuning in as well. Well done. Very good sportsmanship. As well, says Abdul Malik. And now it is going to be the man in the number 10 jersey, which is McIntyre. He is going to be coming off the field, and that will be Miotti now, making his way out onto the field, whose name I was calling McIntyre for the first kind of 20 minutes of this match. But Damian McKenzie just knocking this ball on a little bit, wrestled hard to the ground by it was Koteka. And we have also got in there, still game on, 20 points, or 20 to play, sorry, says Curious George. Yeah, plenty of time for the Western Force to get right back into this match. We have also got, are you a horse race commentator? No, I am not, but maybe could be a future endeavor if I end up just talking as quick as I do during these live streams. Yeah, I like a taffy, says Smithy Toilet as well. And Damian McKenzie don't got his kicking boots on. Yeah, it's very unfortunate for him because he kind of seems to be, as soon as that All Blacks contention for 15 was mentioned for the man, it's kind of gone downhill for him. Nathan Harris looking like he's had a battle out on that field, but he was able to score the try for the Chiefs, and they need one more to be able to put themselves into a position of getting a bonus point. So that will be exactly what they want. Still smiling, but not getting the kicks over, says Decker Dunn as well. And Cookie Time, the goats of the Cookie Kingdom, they are very nice. Every Christmas, we end up getting that bucket of, Cookie Time cookies, and they are very nice. We have got, I'm back, says Decker Dunn. Welcome back, mate. It's Damian McKenzie still smiling, I believe so. I mean, he's had a rough day, but he always keeps that smile on his face. And question, does the Kiwi Lads channel have a P.O. box? I'd love to send a Kia package from Albuquerque, New Mexico, to y'all. Unfortunately, we haven't actually got a P.O. box, and I'm not sure how to set one up, to be fair, so I might have to look into that if there was something you guys did want to send. I mean, I did get sent this by one of our viewers. So we kind of talked through email about the address, but that one has not gone into touch. And now Damian McKenzie, that is a big kick downfield, and that is a good one. And it's another chance for the Western Force that they needed to get right if they wanted to get back into it. One of the pineapple you get from Sri Lanka, says Abdul Malik Hassan. And tell you what, I do enjoy pineapple as well. It is one of those ones that if you get a sweet one, like, it is happy days. But then also Australian mango, that is one of the best kind of mangoes, I have to say. Absolutely love them. Now it is going to be Kaitu, throws it down the middle, almost stolen by Vai, but not quite. Now it is going to be an answer Pryor. Now Miotti going to that man who has been running all day, every day, Taifu. He has been fighting hard to try and make a few meters. They've got the advantage now, the Western Force. It's going to be Pryor, goes back into the hands of Stunder, who has been stopped by the forwards of the Chiefs. Now it is going to be once again Pryor going on the inside into the hands of Lee Warner. It's pop free, but it's going to be the penalty now to the Western Force, and they will be hoping to go for the corner perhaps. Once again, we have got Stacks, no more games until next week, other than, of course, the Rainbow Cup South Africa. But yeah, we're going to have to wait about 6 days before we get to see the next games of rugby. And one of those games in 6 or 7 days is going to be the Reds versus the Crusaders, and that is a big one as well. And we have also got, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I used to mix Nutella with milk and honey and dip Crispies in it. Gee, they were the bomb. That sounds very nice. We have actually got Crispies out in the kitchen, I think, so I might have to have a look at that. Did you guys see how I almost managed to bite my tongue there, but somehow recovered? That was a little bit of a clutch maneuver. They are checking something for potential foul play. Surely the Chiefs can't lose another player into the bin. Chiefs are on the go. As well, says Dikadan, you will get good pineapple from my country, Sri Lanka, as well. But they are saying no arms tackle, possibly. And it is going to be against Peter Gusto. No, it's not. Oh, no. It's going to be Joe Upakatoa. He is going to be going to the bin for at least 10 minutes here. I'll just sit down with a jar of Nutella in the dark room and just eat it, as well, says Scrum Lass. I think I've only had Nutella once, which probably is like a statement that shocks people. But, yeah, I don't think I've actually had Nutella other than just the once. I've had peanut butter. Peanut butter is good. It is fair to say. And we have also got their Chiefs are on the go, and also Hamish clutch tongue move as well. But they are saying that it's indirect contact, but it is still going to be the player falling. Okay, so I don't think it's going to be a yellow card. He's clear, says Smithy Toilet as well. So very lucky for that man, because he did kind of lead with the side on. But luckily, because the player was falling, it meant that it wasn't as serious. We have got lol. I like when you eat it so fast, you get some on your face and don't know it, and then you go out in public as well. I feel like that is something that is in every movie ever, isn't it? The comedy movies, when you have been eating something and then they just end up with it like completely around there. But yeah, maybe I need to get some Nutella. I feel like that would be a good idea. Might need to pick some up over the weekend perhaps. The Kaitu now is going to be throwing this one for the Western Force. And if they score a try now, they are right back in this match. Don't worry, I'll send you a nice box of favourite fruits from Sri Lanka. You will be able to enjoy. And now it's going to be maybe a try for the Western Force. They are only 15 out at the moment, and they have got a very good opportunity. Bry now firing it back into the hands of Jeremy Thrush, running hard at the line there. Now it is once again going to be fired back. I'm clicking my pen again. I will put it down because I keep on getting excited, and my finger just keeps on going for the clicking button. Now it's going to be Stunder now running hard at Upper Katoa. And now Pryor goes into the hands of Godwin with a step. Tackled low by Samasoni Takiaho, though. And the Chiefs almost able to get that ball with Peter Gustoa calling out. It's going to be in the hands of Anstey, getting driven backwards. What a tackle. That is from Ollie Norris there. And now Pryor calling his shots out halfback, making sure that he has got it nicely set up. Thrush with the offload now into the hands of Lee Warner. Damian McKenzie straight in that breakdown, though. Not quite able to get the ball fired wide now. Going into the hands of Godwin once again. He probably deserves to try the way that he has been going now. Sky 2 right next to the breakdown. Right next to the line, I should say, at this stage. Can the Western Force score now? They're close. And that's got to be over, doesn't it? No, it's a penalty. Right. Interesting. Is it going to be a yellow card against the Chiefs? It could be at this stage. Kiwi lads about to get Mail Mountain as well. Says Scrum lads as well. When I got home from intermediate, used to watch One Piece and take the whole Nutella and dominate it as well. And it's going to be offside. Time off. Uh-oh. Okay, they have been told literally last warning there. And it was Damian McKenzie who was offside, so probably lucky to still be on the field there. We have got Dominate, says Smithy, and also we have got, we're going to lose 5-0. NZ teams are on a level only they can imagine as well, says Heinrich. That's the thing, this game's not over though. 5 meters out, the Western Force have another opportunity. Damian McKenzie just a little bit offside there. And because of that, Brad Weber was able to rip that ball away. And in the end, yeah, very close to the line. Was the man in the number 7 jersey. Almost a try for Koteka. We have got scrum lads. That's when that's like when you go swimming and end up with snot on your nose and start smiling and waving at people. It's the PGs. We got literally did the same thing with Sailor Moon as well. And we have got bloody LD Max, Smithy Toilet. Yeah, not his best game at this stage. And now it's going to be another opportunity for the Western Force. They are going to be going for that rolling maul now. What are they going to be able to do from here? Koteka has got the ball in hand at the back of the rolling maul. Upper Katoa going straight through the middle, though. And he's almost got the hands on it. Koteka breaking off now. Samasoni Takiaho trying to get that ball. The ball is popped out the back now. It is going to be in the hands of that one would be Greg Holmes. Now it is going to be Pryor into the hands of once again the number 12, whose name I keep on forgetting, Teifu. Now it is going to be into the hands of Anstey. Can they get over the line here, the Western Force? That's the question. They are extremely close. Now it is going to be Pryor. Goes back to Jeremy Thrush. My voice has decided, yeah, nah, not happening. But maybe it will be happening for the Western Force here. 15 minutes left in this match as well. Plenty of time left in this one. Now it's going to be Pryor going back into the hands of the number 5, Lee Warner once again. Just trying to get some phase play together here for the Western Force. Trying to pick that gap. They've got the advantage. They can throw everything at this now because of that penalty advantage. Little chip in mind. And Brent Gatlin's going to have to get it. He does. And now they're going back now. And I have to say, maybe don't go for that kick. Try and actually go for the line as well. It's going to be another penalty, and someone's going to the bin here. Time off. Who is it going to be? Who is going to be sent off the field? The Chiefs. Okay, they were saying it was maybe Luke Jacobson, and then number 7. And it's going to be, oh no, it's number 8, Luke Jacobson. Is going to be off the field with a red card now, Luke Jacobson. He is not going to be back for the rest of this match. And maybe they should have brought Liam Messam on a little bit earlier on. Could have been a good opportunity. Second yellow card, red card for Luke Jacobson there. Too many penalties against the Chiefs in this one. This is crazy to think about because of the fact that at this stage, the Chiefs actually had the least amount of yellow cards against them throughout Super Rugby Aotearoa. And now they have had already 3 against them in this match, but Luke Jacobson going off the field in the 66th minute. And now the Western Force are starting to build a bit of momentum as well. And we have also got, there's like a nice crusty booger shot drying in your eyelids as well. We have also got such a great game, or seems like a great game. See, Curious George, it is indeed at the moment looking like it's going to be going down to the wire. Luke Jacobson has to sit on that seat for the rest of the match. Such a magician. Made him disappear for 2 weeks straight as well. Says Smithy Toilet as well. And bloody D-Mac as well, and Samasoni mean tackle. And now we have also got, can't wait for Sheck to come to Union. Going to dominate as well. There's Roger Tuivasa Sheck. Going to be exciting to see him in the Blues jersey And it's just a question of where he is going to play for them. Brumbies almost did it again, says Heinrich. They were extremely close. And who's your favourite player, Kiwi lads? If that is in this match, I have to say someone who impressed me so far throughout this one has probably been, it's hard to pick. Actually, now that I think about it, when you look at the players who are on the field, maybe, who do you go with? I don't know. I can't pick a favourite in this match at this stage. Maybe in the next 5 minutes or so I'll be able to pick. But now it's going to be a reverse one. And it's going to be the Western Force getting the advantage. That is huge for them because of the fact that in the first half it was going the Chiefs' way for penalty straight over the ball. Was Apakatoa not quite able to get it though. Now it is going to be Fryer getting knocked off by Apakatoa. Now it is going to be fire wide Oliver Fella. Almost tackled in the air there by Damian McKenzie, but because he jumped into it now, it's going to be Carney looking for the gap now. Running sideways, Carney going through the gap, and it's going to be Rob Carney almost able to get that one. It's gone forward though, but they're going back. No, it is the knock on that they are going back for, and it's a penalty once again to the Western Force. They have to be very careful now for the Chiefs, or else they could end up with a second red. At this stage, we have also got in the chat, mate, you're going to need beers after this. It's now 3:45 in South Africa in the afternoon as well. Yeah, it's going to be a long night, that is for sure. We're still going to live stream in 2.5 hours' time. I'm going to end up asleep. Whenever Hamish stops talking, I get worried that my stream is booked out. Yeah, I end up just chatting continuously throughout these live streams. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. On the road to 3,000 now since we hit the 2,000. So let's see if we can get to 3,000. Maybe before the end of the year would be pretty awesome. Watching another training match for New Zealand teams as well, says Sim Slayer. Yeah, at the moment, the Chiefs' discipline letting them down. Like I mentioned, the least amount of cards against the sides in Super Rugby Aotearoa was the Chiefs. They only had one, and that was against Brad Weber, which was a controversial send-off in the Reds match. And then we have also got in the chat, we have got Force playing with 17. TMO and the refs as well, says Smithy Toilet. And now it is another drive. They've got the advantage in the scrum. Now it is going to be Pryor. Fires the wide ball. It's found the hands of Richard Kahui against his old side. And he is going to be able to score the try. Richard Kahui, what a pass out to that man. And now all of a sudden, the Force are right back in this match. Let's go, Chiefs, says Neri. As well, who's winning, says Youngster. Now it is still the Chiefs, but the match is getting a lot closer because this could move them up to sitting around that 14. What a pass from Pryor there. He puts the hand up. He goes, oh, no, I've got this one, mate. And Richard Kahui scores it as well. And we have also got nothing new for an Aussie Team 17 players as well. And we have got, they hand you a tissue and say, please use this first, thanks, as well. Who's winning? And we have got Kiora Kaha. Chiefs, says Erickson Turner. See, Murray boys scored for the Aussies. For the Aussies. I said Aussies, very weird. How could you, Kahui, says Carl. Yeah, ex-Chiefs player. Hasn't played for them in what, about 8 years or around there somewhere maybe? And he does just score the try. Did I just say 2006 was the last time they played for the Chiefs? That is a long time as well. Bring it or go home, Cuzzy, as well, says Erickson. And back, thought my internet cut out, says Smithy Toilet. And I was trying everything to stop New Zealand whitewash. And yeah, that's the thing. If there was a team to be able to do it, was going to be the Western Force. The way that they've got that fight, that passion to try and come back in a match, that is exactly what they're doing here. Miotti, he is safe with the boot, and that one has gone down the middle. And now the difference is only 6 at this stage in this match. And it is going to be heating up for the rest of this one as well. I haven't actually checked the likes yet on this live stream, other than at halftime. We will have another quick look, and we are sitting on 44. Can we get that to 50 before we get to 75 minutes? If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button on this live stream. We have got Henry in the chat as well. As said, hi, bro. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Kahui was hopeless anyway, says Sticker Done. And now it has gone out on the full from the Chiefs. Momentum, boom, shifting right now in this one between these two sides. And we have watch this video. Go do with Damian McKenzie, says Barry Green. If that is one of Damian McKenzie, I think there's a montage of him, and he's a very talented player when he wants to be. He hasn't had the best game here, Damian McKenzie, though. So he will be hoping that maybe he can improve on that in the last 10 minutes. Of course, he is known for stealing the wins at the very last minute of matches, and maybe that will be the case in this one as well. What is that piece of hair over there? I'll try and pat it down so that it doesn't look as bad. We have got Ome Kahui get back in the NZ as well. I can't wait to try New Zealand and Australia Kentucky Fried Chicken and see if it's anything like USA KFC as well. And yeah, that's one thing. It's a little bit different, I think. I'm pretty sure it's still the herbs and spices and whatnot, but maybe just a different style of cooking. I'm not sure what type of oil they use in the US compared to, as well. But Liam on now says Decadun, and that's the thing. Because of it, they'd have to take off the likes of Lachlan Boshier or Peter Gustokula. See you later. He is not happy, the cat. As you know, he is an avid Chiefs supporter, and he has decided, you know what, this game's not going the way of them. Now, Liam Messam, he is on the field, and that will be replacing, that's a penalty now against the Western, or to the Western Force, and Zane Capelli on the field as well. The Chiefs at the moment are getting penalised back to back to back to back. The boys are fired up. Lee Warner is absolutely loving it. Can't be perfect every game, D-Mac, as well, says Ericsson. And yeah, unfortunately for him, I feel like that pressure probably got to him a little bit because of how much people were saying he is the player who's going to be able to change it. That one's not finding touch there. Bit of a mistake from the Western Force. Now it's going to be Alex Nankivell running sideways. And Damien McKenzie, he's still got that last 10 minutes to be able to do something, but that's going to be the penalty, is it? No, Xavier Rowe on the field as well for Brad Weber. We'll write that one down as well. He has kicked it very high there. Sean Stevenson chasing it hard. Hasn't hit the ball too much. Oh, Oliver Fella almost knocking that one on. It's going to be a penalty now for offside. And that is because of the quite a few of the Western Force players were offside there. So now Damien McKenzie going to be kicking for touch. He might even hand it. Yes, he's handed it to Bryn Gatlin for this one. And we have also got in the chat, maybe Kiwi Lads should introduce or include Rob Carney on the Kiwi Lads player of the match candidate. And I feel like he is a decent shout. It's one of those players. He's one of those players. In this match, I feel we haven't seen that much of him. But when I do like a post-match review of this match, if I do it, I will see that he has touched the ball quite a few times, had quite a bit of influence on this one as well. Taifu in the centres for, number 12 and number 13, Kyle Godwin, and also Henry Taifu have actually been pretty solid for the Western Force as well. Kieran's tied as well, says Smithy Toilet. I thought for a second he may have fallen over, but he is still standing at this stage. Go Chiefs, says Russell. Oh, it's been dropped at the front, unfortunately for the Chiefs. Just seems to be keeping on going wrong. Xavier Rowe kicks it forward, but they are going to be going back now for the scrum. The knock-on from the Chiefs went for the short ball in the line-out, but unfortunately, Liam Messam dropping that ball cold in that situation. Not what he would have been wanting for his first start, looking for a nap, as I said, Smithy Toilet. And we have also got Duyol have USA-style biscuits with your chicken because of Southern USA families will be disappointed, or because all Southern, if they do not, providing you with the USA biscuit. See, a biscuit over here is actually a bit different to America because of the fact we kind of consider biscuits cookies, I guess you could say, for New Zealand or American terms. That's kind of our biscuit, and we kind of maybe have bread rolls with it, but not really biscuits. So maybe I need to try an American biscuit as well. Bowden going to the Blues, says Decadun as well. So yeah, that's going to be an exciting prospect for them when he does return. But that is a good push there from the Western Force. Got another advantage. This match at the moment is looking good for them. Now it's going to be into the hands of Mayotte. Short ball into the hands of Kyle Godwin, who was looking for the offload. Made it to halfway. Wasn't held. Okay, extra roll. He was held. They are going back for another penalty, though, against the Chiefs. They need to be careful, or else they might be ending up with another man in the bin here. And we have also got in the chat, try coming for the Chiefs Pro, as well, says Ericsson, and also at the USA KFC, they use female chicken, and in NZ KFC they use male chicken. Says BGs. I guess it's a decent point. Maybe it is the case. But yeah, at the moment, the Western Force kicking for the corner. Great kick there. And they are now inside of the 22 of the Chiefs. And I feel bad because this kit, I've worn it for the match that they lost against the Blues. And since that match, they haven't been able to pick up a win since. And I'm hoping this isn't the unlucky charm. It was the lucky charm that they got 5 in a row, but now it's becoming the unlucky charm. I live in Canterbury. Maybe it is the way of some type of voodoo from the Crusaders. They have gone, you are wearing the wrong coloured kit, so we will punish you for it. But now it is going to be the Western Force with this line-out throw inside of the 22, and they have been able to claim that one. Now firing it back into the hands of Pryor. It is going to be now Taifu running hard at Sean Stevenson. Good low tackle from that man now. And now it's going to be Pryor firing the wide ball. Awkward one for Thrush. He's taken it nicely, though. Got him back to his feet as well. Xavier Rowe. And Upper Katoa straight over the ball. It's fine, but there's another penalty against the Western Force. Against the Chiefs for an early push. What is the penalty number in this one at the moment? Because it is huge against the Chiefs. Time off as well for Jeremy Thrush being a bit injured. Naja K. Bro, Chiefs Munner as well, says Smithy Toilet. And we have also got in there, just call them bickies. Usually what majority of Kiwis often prefer. And Chiefs need to stop it as well, says Harahona. Yeah, the moment, the momentum is well and truly going in the Western Force's favour. Jeremy Thrush, though, 10 carries, 10 tackles, 7 line-out ones, 7 line-out one Sorry, and also 1 stolen, 1 offload. Come on, Chiefs, says some Slayer, and I'm blaming the rest of Smithy Toilet. We've also got so many NZ players coming home from Japan, and Japan is very sad about it. Feel bad for them. Yeah, hopefully they do get a few more international players in the future, though, because that's one thing. The top league was a pretty good competition overall, and I think the final is next week. Oh, not wrong, unless it was this week. Let's go Force, says Matthias, and at the moment they are looking good. The Western Force, 5-metre line out now for them. It is going to be Andrew Reddy who is going to be firing this one in, and they are hoping that they will be able to drive over. And if they can, at this stage, the Western Force tries by quarter in Super Rugby AU. They always score more in the last quarter of the match, and now they are going to be driving now. Are they going to be able to hang on here, the Chiefs, or are the Western Force going to be right back in this one? Pryor trying to call the shots. They have been told to use it once. The Western Force 10 metres out, and they are trying to drive forward. Now it's going to be Pryor firing it into the hands of now Taifu, getting very close to the line. 5 metres short now. He has almost been held up. Has he got the knee down? It's a tackle. They've got to release him. And are they going to? Yes, they have. Now there are a few players in the wrong place, but somehow they have managed to get that ball there. The Chiefs, it's an awkward throw, and it means now it's been taken back. 5-metre scrum for the Western Force now. I tell you what, the Chiefs fans, they'll be a little bit nervous at this stage. Who's got the ball? Said Ed Vogel. It is going to be a 5-metre scrum for the Chiefs, actually, that it is going to be. And the game is Rick says Dickathon as well. I live by saying this. The world's best rugby players come out of New Zealand, fight me as well, says Scrum Lads. Let's go Force, says Curious George. What's he going? Were you going for the Chiefs earlier on, Curious George, or were you always? I feel like I'm getting people confused perhaps, but the Chiefs fans in attendance, they look nervous. He has got his hands on his head going, what is happening at the moment? We don't want it to not be the clean sweep. Japan's top league pretty much ran by NZ Star as well. Toilet Bickies and not rolls as well, says Scrum Lads. Oh, sorry, Bickies and not rolls. Yeah, I feel like I have to do a video showing New Zealand food packs so that you can learn all about it as well. I would say at the moment, we've been pretty piss poor. That is a good shove from the Western Force, but now it is going to be Damian McKenzie kicking this one into touch. And that's a big thing. 3 minutes left in this match, and it is going to be just outside of the 22 for the Western Force now to have another opportunity of being able to win this match. My pulse very much as well, says Abdul Malik. Yeah, the heart rate will be starting to elevate at the moment. I don't know who I'm supporting, says Curious George. I feel like that's me as well. Luckily, I got this Chiefs kit on, so it kind of is supposed to remind me I'm going for the New Zealand side, but I love watching the Western Force play as well. And I feel like they have got a good opportunity of winning this match. Now it's going to be Pryor going back into the hands of Miotti now. Taifu goes to Godwin out on the wing now. Into the hands of number 23, getting his first carry. That is Strauken, who has at that carry on the 22 now at the moment. Pryor going to Thrush. He's going to take it up himself. And they are still just on the 22. The bonus point at the moment going for the Western Force, but they won't want 1 point. They will want all 4. And that is going to be a good drive starting. Xavier Rowe trying to slow it down. Tackle release. Lachlan Boshier straight over the ball, though. It's popped out the side. Pryor didn't realise. And now it's going to be Jonah Lowe. Just absolutely boots it downfield, and it's going to be a penalty. Who is it going to be to here? It's against Leonard Brown. No, sorry. It might not be against Leonard Brown, but it's another penalty to the Western Force. And now it is also, we've built back our quality and peak before the Rugby World Cup. Similar to 2010 as well. Chiefs, it's nothing like simulations in Kiwiland as well. Tell you what, this is going to be a close finish between these two sides, that is for sure. And they are going to be kicking for the corner. Johnny Ruck incorrectly was the call. 1.5 minutes left in this match. Miotti once again kicking for the corner. Bloody O Smithy as well, says Ericsson. Aussie ref trying his hardest to save face as well. Says time till death as well. What a fairy tale ending for the rest, says Smithy. And I blame Kogo for all the poor performances in a way. Morale has taken a few blows, and not only prior teams playing currently have played during a global pandemic. Yeah, it is a big change, that is for sure. Now it is going to be a line out. Reddy goes to the back. Oh, taken nicely by Thrush there. Off the back now, Koteka. Only 5 metres short. He is going to be wrestled to the ground. Zane Capelli straight in that ruck as he won the penalty for the Chiefs. Not quite. Now it is going to be Pryor into the hands of it was Lee Warner. He decided to go quite high there. And because of it, they've got to release him. Now it is going to be once again another opportunity. The Chiefs with the counter ruck though. The ball's gone to ground. It's going to pop out the back for the Western Force. No, it's on the side of the Chiefs. Who's got this one? It's going to be the Chiefs. Only 40 seconds left in this match now. What is going to happen from here? That's the question. Was Tupavai trying to wind down the clock now? Are the Chiefs and the Western Force will be hoping that they can get this ball back at some stage. Xavier Rowe now has got the ball in hand. Samasoni Takiaho hitting it up in contact straight over the ball almost with the Western Force. And they've only got 14 seconds left in this one. Hurry up, Boshier, says Ericsson. Now it is going to be Xavier going to ground. He's fallen awkwardly. How's it going to be? Oh, it's on the side of the Western Force. And they've got the advantage. Andrew Reddy now driving forward. This could be the moment for them. Jeremy Thrush round the side. They've got the advantage as well. It's going to be Pryor. Goes into the hands of Mayorti and he scored the try. And that is the try. I've probably woken up everyone in my house. But it is the try for Diego Mayorti. And that is going to be the win possibly for the Western Force if it ends up in this situation. I think they're checking for something though, so it may not be over yet, but there is also the situation of maybe, they've got the advantage still, but that would be Mayorti, and maybe they are saying that perhaps in the tackle it wasn't a legal delivery or legal steal perhaps, slips out, pops out the side, and then from there, it means that he is allowed to take that ball, which means Fergus Lee Warner stole that one, then went to Mayorti, who went through the gap, and he did score the try. And at this stage, looks like it is going to be the win for the Western Force. What a game of rugby. And unfortunately, geez, the rest were bloody awful. There were a lot of penalties up against the Chiefs in this one. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the stats afterwards. Oh my God, says Johan. Also, let's go Force, says Jacob. We've been screwed in the chat from Smoothie Toilet. Keep it together. Chiefs, come on, Chiefs from Youngster. And we have also got, come on, Chiefs, let's go, Chiefs. Hold on, Chiefs. But unfortunately for them, looks like, yeah, it's going to end up, what a game, says Curious George. What a finish as well. There is once again another kick. Loving your commentary as well, says Curious George. It's going to be Mayorti now. He has got the opportunity to win this match for his side. Normally, one of the best kickers around, Diego Mayorti under pressure. He did score it in the 80th minute. Is he going to be able to convert this one? Diego Mayorti 1 from 1 at the moment. I am going to not look at the chat because you guys will be a little bit ahead. So we will wait and see. But at the moment, they've got the bonus point, the Force. But if he can get this one, Diego Mayorti, the Argentine, he is lining it up. Can the Western Force win this match? He is lining up Diego Mayorti. The pressure on him. Has he got it? It's going to hit the post. He's missed it. And that means now that the Chiefs have won this match. What a finish. I don't know what to do with my face at the moment. Stands for this down. So thanks for the commentary, says Marshall Wells. That is a shame that they have lost the stands for right at the best moment. Where did he score? He scored kind of out to the side. It was about 25 out, but the Chiefs able to just win in this match. Rest are giving away some bins for normal penalty and red cards for the same thing. They're just hungry to blow their whistle and ruin the momentum of the game. Poops pants as well, says Scrum Last. Now it was as only McKenzie kicked his conversions as well, said Brian. Yeah, but in the end, somehow they were able to hang on. Vamos Argentinos and Force as well, says Marcelo. Of course, a few Argentine players, Kubeli, also Mayorti scoring the last try of this match, like the Brumbies as well, says Ericsson. All the way, Chiefs, says Abdul Malik. And Chiefs all day, my bro, as well, says Harry Honig. And also eat it Force, eat it rest, Chiefs as well, says Wally. What a finish, says Russell. Throw babies in the air as well. Oh, says BG's. Told you as well, says Ericsson. Give them rest, give them home field advantage, we'll win it as well. If only McKenzie, I read that one as well. The chat is going quick at the moment. I do thank you all very much for being here. Hope you have enjoyed this live stream. What a match we've had. I'm logging off, said Curious George. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in while you did. Chiefs what happened as well, says Youngster. Yeah, very close game and a lot to learn from for the next week's match as well. Great game for the Chiefs. Well, easy game for the Chiefs, says Dying Till Death. I don't know about easy. There were a lot of moments in that match that could have gone the other way. If that last kick had gone over, they would have ended up losing that game. Let's go Chiefs as well, says Sim Slayer. So that means now 5 wins for the New Zealand sides. The Chiefs hang on. And what a match your jersey brought it home, mate. I have said in the past, maybe it's a little bit lucky. And maybe that was the case. A lot of exciting games this weekend. There were indeed high-scoring ones. Close games as well. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's go, says Youngster. And also we have got in the chat Chiefs and journalists how it was training NZ teams as well. Awesome, bro, says Ericsson. And they are talking about how dangerous it could have been for the Chiefs in this one. Good live stream, bro, as well, says Carl Bowden. And we have got Darryl in the chat. Has said, thanks, bro. See you next week, chair, as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Do appreciate you being here for the live stream. Shouldn't have even been a try. Rest being screw on the Chiefs as well, says Smithy Toilet and Chiefs Mana from Wally. And we have got in the chat, Chiefs, you're lucky. They were indeed. What a close finish to this match. Now, something I am going to look at quickly before we end this one. Normally I do a post-match review, but I am going to have a very quick look and see the penalty count in this match and see how many penalties were given throughout this one. Thank you for another 10 out of 10 live stream, Hamish, from Scrum Lesson. Thank you very much for being here as well. Are you going to be here for the Rainbow Cup game in a couple of hours' time? Do let me know. Thank you, bro. Well, thanks, my bro. Says Hariona, and good stream, bro. Lucky for real. It was indeed. Big push, Chiefs as well. And mean live stream, bro. Said Decker done. Cheats never prosper as well. Says Ericsson. I'm going to have a very quick look at the statistics in this one. How many penalties were there in this one? All right. Wow, that's a high number. 19 penalties against the Chiefs and 13 against the Western Force. So in total, 32 penalties in this match. That is a lot. That is the most for Super Rugby Aotearoa, AU, or any of them, I'm pretty sure. Samson has their 5 out of 5 Excelente as well. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that. The answer is yes. Wouldn't miss it as well. So I do appreciate that as well. Meme live stream, bro. And then we have also got in the chat next week, brother. Thanks for that. Says Ericsson, no worries. And yeah, thank you all very much for hitting that 2,000 subscribers for us. It is much appreciated. The cat is back. Fancy turning up after the Chiefs wins. He left when the momentum shifted, and now he is back now that he knows that the Chiefs were able to get the win. That is a lot of penalties, says Scrum last. Yeah, 1 every 2 minutes almost in this match. Mighty Crash, what time is it as well? Or Mike Crash, said Smithy. It would be a 4:15 a.m. game, so it is all right if you do want to go to bed for that time. And we always got Australia smash 5-0 as well, said Native English. That ruined the game 32 as well. Yeah, a lot of stop-start in this one. Is it overtime or something? No, the game is over, but for some reason, mine still seems to be showing that it's 81, but it will tick over to full-time very soon. Crusaders versus Brumbies, Stormers versus Lions, Western Force versus Chiefs, says Barry Green as well. An awesome live stream from Wally. And Chiefs were lucky. Good to see all the New Zealand teams win. And yeah, that's the thing. Very close games, a few of those. And I am looking forward to next week as well. 2K Stuffs wins the merch party, says Scrum Lass. First, we will have to work out how to make merch, I think, will be the starting point. And then from there, maybe we had some merch coming out. If in the Canes game, defense was optional. In this game, discipline was optional, says Tomo Nelson. Well said, because, yeah, a lot of penalties in this one. Beating the Australian teams 5-0 is always good, says Sports Buff as well. And big win for the Chiefs. And, yeah, it was a very close game. Back the Kiwis, says Smithy. And I don't know what to say about this match other than the fact that it was, why don't you do Kiwi Lads merch, mate, and sell it? I think it was more for the fact that we are still quite a small channel, and I wasn't sure if anyone would actually want to buy it, to be fair. So maybe if that is something you guys want, we will look into how to do it and how to do it in a way that it's kind of like affordable, if that makes sense, because I want to make it so that it's not overpriced, but then also to make it in shorter or smaller amounts would probably cost more to produce as well. 14 men and countless penalties. Chiefs mana as well. 13 men at one point as well throughout that match. They had about 40 minutes of players off the field. How many Kiwis are playing in the Aussie team, says Ed Smith. Richard Kahui scored a try for the Western Force, almost winning in the game. But in the end, I think other than him, or how many do we think of? I feel like there's also Pulu, I think, is a Kiwi, if I'm not wrong. As Mackenzie scored, says Federico. Unfortunately, he did end up not having the best game. Score prediction, little off. Chiefs did it, though, eh? Said Max, yeah, very close one. And they would have been very nervous, definitely because of the fact that all it was at the end was the fact that a misconversion, a conversion could have made the draw in the Crusaders versus Chiefs match. Sorry, Crusaders Brumbies kick here would have won them the game. They're not quite able to. Are you a Chiefs fan, says Time Till Death? I am actually pretty impartial with the New Zealand sides. I love watching all of them play. I also love watching the Australian sides play. I am just wearing the Chiefs kit because it was sent to me by one of you guys. So just to show my appreciation, I wear it for every Chiefs game now. I need a hoodie with a graphic of inflatable Kieran Reid smoking cigarettes in Smithy's shed. That would be quite a funny one. I'm not sure how PG it is, but that would be actually quite funny. But do the merch, says Wally as well. And we have got Super Rugby, always the finest rugby, says Smithy Toilet. And now we are going to be moving over to Rainbow Cup South Africa. It is going to be the game between the Bulls and the Sharks. So some of those names I will be a little bit rough for, but that is in 2 hours and 5 minutes or so. And we have also got in there, well, it's so close, go Chiefs, says Pinal. But yeah, extremely close in this match, it is fair to say. And now we are in the predicament of possibly waiting to see what that does to the table. Of course, the Chiefs will get the win. So at this stage, I can actually tell you what it does to the table. In first place, the Blues will be sitting on 5 points. Then in second, the Highlanders are sitting on 5 as well. Points differential, putting the Blues a little bit further ahead. Hurricanes getting 5 points. Then Crusaders will be next on 4. and the Chiefs are next on 4 as well, with the Western Force and the Brumbies both sitting on 1 point as well. Great to see Richard Kahui play, brought back great memories from 2011. Could have been a great All Blacks player had injuries not curtailed. Hopefully I've pronounced it correctly, his career. What a beast in that 2000, or was a beast in 2011's final. And that's the thing, he scored the try up against his old side, which was pretty awesome to see. If you were a Western Force fan, not so awesome if you were a Chiefs fan as well. You went from 2K subs to 2.05 quickly, growing so fast as well, says Barry Green. Yeah, the support on these live streams has been crazy. And yeah, you guys are the reason. I mean, you are the ones who are clicking that like button, subscribing to the channel as well. At the moment, whoa, we are sitting on 2,073 subscribers. That is crazy. We've gone up around 100 subscribers today, I think. No, I think about 90. No, about 80, I think, is actually the number we have gone up today, which is pretty awesome and a huge milestone to be able to grow that quickly in one day. And yeah, I just appreciate you all being here for the ride. Kahui, big loss for New Zealand Rugby as well. And we have got 2.05k subs as well. Keep it less social media, Instagram, so we can start tagging y'all. Fans want to interact with you as well, says Scrumless. Yeah, we'll have to get that up and running and try and get the Instagram going. Instagram will be the way to go, I think. And then maybe, I don't know whether we'll go for Twitter. There are a lot of people on Twitter that love negativity pretty much. And I feel like that is the opposite of what we kind of show on the channel. I'm following y'all, but it's not active as well, says Scrumless as well. Do you make money from YouTube? We do, but it's not a huge amount at all. The big thing that help us out in these live streams have been the donations, like from you guys, which is one of those ones that, like, we try not to ask for the donations throughout the live streams because of the fact that I feel weird asking for money, but they are actually what helps provide the income for the channel to buy things for it, such as live streaming software. And also, I got something on the ground down there that will be coming up very soon that I did end up purchasing for the channel as well. Chiefs, says Brian, and they were able to win it as well. And we have got mean commentary, my bro. Thanks for your live stream, says Dicker Dunn as well. If Chiefs won, it's a world record because all the New Zealand teams win and all the Australian teams lost as well. And yeah, it's unfortunate. 2 very close games for the Australian sides, and hopefully we do get to see a little bit more in the future of these close games between these sides. But yeah, 3 live streams we have done today, and we have got a 4th coming up. 2 hours, says Smithy as well. Where are we sitting? We are above 2 hours. 2 hours and 11 minutes. They actually started this game a lot later than I thought they were going to. We ended up talking for about the first 10 minutes, I think. Or was that the Rebels versus Blues game? That might have been the Rebels versus Blues game. Thanks for the feed. Job well done. Also to the Chiefs as well, says Gary. And yeah, they had a good game. Like, it was a close game, but they managed to get the win. And I feel like that will be what they look at. They will have the things that they want to improve on, discipline being one. Also, something about that back line just didn't seem to want to work out for them. So they will probably have a reshuffle. Perhaps McKenzie moves back into 15 and they see how it goes the next week. Thanks, Jeez, as well, says Brian Mario. And yeah, at the moment, like I mentioned, Blues in first because of points differential. Highlanders in second, Hurricanes third, Crusaders fourth, and the Chiefs are in 5th on 4 as well. Then the Brumbies and the Western Force both have 1 point. And that is the way that the table is standing at the moment. And I might actually, while I am at it, I'm going to have a quick look at another number as well. Do the Kiwi teams face each other again later on? Unfortunately not, other than if it's in the final. That is the only time that we do get to see what, bro, are you tired, please? And can someone give him water and replace him? He's tired as well, says Penny Albert. And that's the thing. This eye looks like it is well and truly bloodshot, but I'm probably going to do the Rainbow Cup South Africa game as well. My crash, bro. Enjoyed these streams. Need some sleep, but I'll see you next week, bro. Latest. Hashtag back the Kiwi, says Smithy as well. And I do appreciate you being here, like always, mate. And we will see you next week as well. But in this match, no bonus points other than the losing bonus point. No one was able to get 3 tries or more ahead. The Chiefs looked like they had an opportunity, but unfortunately for them, just not quite able to get it to work. Defenders beaten in this one. The Western Force actually had double. So they actually probably played the better rugby overall. Tackles, I'm just going to read this out quickly. 82 tackles made by the Western Force, 176 made by the Chiefs. And we also got, is the game over, says Felix Cooper. It is indeed. For some reason, it still says 81 minutes, though. So hopefully it does tick over to full time very soon as well. Thanks for the great commentary as well, says Ed Smith. Thank you very much for being here for it, mate. Very much appreciated. Sweet, bro. I'm out. Thanks, says Dickadan. We will see you later, mate. And Carrot Fetch has said the Chiefs conceded as many penalties as the Force scored, 19 offences. What on earth? Yeah, crazy numbers in terms of the discipline here. And they ended up with a red card for Jacobson. So I'm not sure whether that ends up with a suspension because it was two different ones. But I think he will be all right to play next week. If he does get selected, perhaps they go back to Peter Sowakula at the number 8 jersey and then go with, it would be Mitchell Brown perhaps at 6. We have got, if the Chiefs win, then next week Chiefs will play with who, says Penny Albert. I will quickly get that up for you guys as well so I can let you know exactly who is going to be playing next week. I feel like I should know them off by heart. I know the Reds versus Crusaders is one of the matches that are going to be taking place. And while I am at it, I might as well bring up the likes. And we are sitting on 66 at the moment. So maybe we can get that to 70 before the end of this live stream. I'm just waiting for my app to load so I can see exactly who is going to be playing who. Have a good one, mate. Do the merge as well, says Wally. I will look into it. I'll work out how to do it because I feel like I probably don't really know much about it. So I think I will have to do a bit of research and see how to do it so that you guys possibly end up getting yourself some merch. But I am just waiting. It is loading right. We are good to go. Who is playing next week and on what day? I know there is a Sunday game, but that is in week 3. So week 2 will consist of, it will be Hurricanes versus Rebels at 7:05 p.m. Then the next game on Friday night as well is Western Force versus Highlanders. That could be quite a good match. And then on Saturday, it will be 4:35 p.m. Blues versus Waratahs, Chiefs versus Brumbies. That's going to be a big one. And also it will be Reds versus Crusaders. And Wally has said, have a good one, mate. Did the work. And then also, if you need a hand, let us know. I will be sure to. And maybe you guys could help out with some designs, perhaps. If that is something you guys are good at doing, I am terrible at drawing. I'll be honest. So maybe I might need a little bit of help in that regard. But nonetheless, I think we are pretty much at the end of this live stream. Hope you guys have all enjoyed it. It's been quite the roller coaster throughout these last 3 matches. We've got another match that is going to be taking place in 2 hours' time. Going to be between the Bulls and the Sharks in the Rainbow Cup South Africa. Thanks, let's go as well, says Penny Albert. And try closing my eyes, but aren't that tired. I usually wake up around 5 to bring the dogs outside. I'll see if I can possibly make it. If you do need to sleep though, mate, no worries at all. And we will be able to see you in the later live stream because at the end of the day, that one's going to be going till about maybe 6:45 or something like that. I'd love to help with merch too. I'll send you my art portfolio, says Scrum Lass. Yeah, that would be awesome to see because that's the thing. I am terrible at drawing, but some of you guys are probably pretty decent at it, which would be a big help in that regard. But yeah, hopefully we do get through these next 3 rounds of Super Rugby Trans-Tasman and they are as entertaining as this first one. But right, I feel like if I keep on talking, I will be able to keep on talking for probably another half an hour or so. But I think I should probably end the live stream to save my voice for the next one that is going to be taking place in a couple hours' time. But thank you all. We've got an email. I will quickly do something with that. I will go like that, and we will go that. And then we will go, one moment. I am quickly doing a bit of something on the go. What did I do? I think I just broke something. Right, one moment. I will quickly go like that, and I will go back, and I'll just make sure that I do get your YouTube name as well. Now, something I will do, it isn't going to be, oops, I almost deleted it. What am I doing? Have I, yep, there we go, right. And something I will do, Wally, is I will end up, I'll just remove your comment so that other people can't kind of take down their email address and possibly impersonate us kind of thing. Chiefs nearly scalped, but the Force was not FM as well. NZ 5-0 as well. Oi, 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 from Shane Newton. Yeah, 5 teams from New Zealand getting the 5 wins. 2 close games between the Brumbies and the Crusaders, and also this game between the Rebels, no, not the Rebels, the Western Force and the Chiefs. It feels quite nice to close my eyes, I'll be honest, but I don't think I can reach out and watch rugby this way. So I have to open them once again. Thanks so much. Rest up, and we'll see you soon as well, says Scrum Lass. Yes, we will see you all a little bit later on, perhaps for the Rainbow Cup game, or if not, for next week's Super Rugby Trans-Tasman once again. But thank you all very much. I should post my mate's email as well, said Wally. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.